Yeah, that's the only downside. I mean,
And
I've seen
I just really want um custom tissue paper with little pandas on it.
right.
Or little Dorito bunnies, or both. Oh my god, it would be so cute with little Dorito bunnies and little Dorito pandas.
Little mad faces.
Little mad faces. They're standard. Ugh.
It'd be amazing. I know the sample that I got the little eco package from. They do customized branding on your envelopes. And I was like,
Do they?
yeah. So it's like you can put your
I
little
want
logo on
it.
anyway. Hello, hello.
I
Welcome,
want to do
welcome.
that. Hello, welcome. You want to put my logo everywhere?
Do it.
Actually, I need to buy. You know what? I do need to buy the ink anyway because I need to print out cards. Because I was supposed
Oh.
to get a stamp, supposed to get a custom stamp so I could just like stamp things on the go.
Uh-huh.
But I didn't because I had to design the stamp.
Uh, fair? Yeah, extra fair.
And depression's one hell of a drug, so.
Depression's one hell of a procrastinator.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, that's...
So it's one of those, I didn't do it. So I gotta get ink anyway. Just to get, like, some cards. Start crying. Cry.
Printing is hard. Oh god.
I know printing is fucking hard because like I have a decent decent printer, but the ink makes me want to commit.
Yeah.
Commit
Makes
to
me
the
want to
win.
commit.
It makes me want to commit because if I knew it was gonna be like that, I could have gotten like an eco tank.
Yeah.
Where it's a little cheaper and probably a little more reliable, even if the printer is really expensive. How much are eco tanks? I'm gonna go see.
Do that while I try to like reblog.
Eco tank. How much are eco tanks? I want one. A lot. No, I don't know. I'm not even checking. Creatives, business, EcoTank Pro, EcoTank Monochrome. They sell EcoTank monochromes?
Hello?
It only prints in black and white. Wow. 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 Wow.
Wow.
Wow.
Wow.
Wow. Wow.
Just...
Oh no. Wow.
It's almost a... Well, no. Any printer could do that. I don't know why you need it specifically. I could be wrong.
They stopped using my magenta.
There's that.
So this dumbass printer can stop using my magenta. So mad. I'm really livid that I was printing my Deltarune stickers. And they're in black and white. And I put black and white on the program, right? I put black and white on the program. Well, here you go, program. You're gonna print in grayscale. You understand that? And they go, yeah, yes, Mrs. Panda, I understand that. And then it prints and it uses all my magenta.
Dear God.
Printer. I put grayscale. What happened? I don't know. What happened? I don't know. I don't understand. It was just easier just to mix all the colors instead of just using black. So mad.
I think another thing could be the file, because
fuck this printer.
I totally blame the printer. Like, how are you not gonna like understand that it's like, just do it at grayscale, just do it. But no.
Fuck this printer.
Apparently they're all stupid, that you need the file to be like grayscaled or something. Even to the point where like you have to set your black on your computer to be like, at least this is what I learned from InDesign and Illustrator. It was like, oh yeah, don't set it at true black, you gotta set it at registration black or something. It was a hyper specific black.
But it's so dumb though, because like then why you do that? Like there's like a little there is an option when you print that just says print grayscale, and it
I
will turn it
know.
for you and print grayscale. And sometimes it does it, and sometimes it says no thank you and prints in full color black, and I'm like, no.
It's because of that. It's specifically because of that hyper specific black where it's like, oh, this black is gonna tell your printer to use all the colors. And
Exactly.
then
And it's so weird though, because like I have proof that it prints in the regular black because it doesn't print as good in the regular black. So I go over it with marker a little bit, with Copic marker or Sharpie a
yeah.
little bit, and or something, and then it prints the page again because I asked it to print twice, and it's a deeper, richer black, and I'm like, this is concerning. I don't know why you switched back. How come all these printers do fax and Ethernet? I just want a printer.
Faxes
doesn't.
anymore. Well, I take it back. I have to deal with that.
Yeah, you have to take it back. Ah! Okay, eco printers are expensive.
I'm gonna all cry.
I'm just gonna lay down.
I'm just gonna lay down and switch the screen. Cry and switch.
Who wants to donate?
Who wants to donate an eco tank?
To Panda's cause. Ah! Okay, it's even more expensive than Marco. I'm just gonna cry. Ah! Prints up to 13 by 19. Holy shit, I can make prints at home.
Yeah.
Jeezers, creasers, how much is this one? A lot.
How much is this one? A lot.
A lot. It's even worse.
All these fucking printers, I swear.
1K.
Hello?
1K for the 13 by 19. It prints up to 13 by 19. I really want it because it prints and I can do art prints.
There you go.
But I cannot afford that.
No.
I unfortunately cannot afford that.
It's an investment that's not doable right now.
Or ever. Even the baby one. The baby one is like a lot. Yeah, the baby one's like 500, so it's like half the price of the big boy.
Oh.
And it's like, that's nice, but also.
But consider.
But also, I don't have 500. Also, it's out of stock, so that's even sadder.
Oh. Well, of course.
Oh, this one's out. Like all the baby ones are out of stock. What's wrong with you people?
Because everyone can only afford afford the $500. Can only afford the small ones.
This one's 600. Sad. This one's not out of stock. Like it matters, but
like it matters.
Like it matters. It doesn't matter because I'm still dead.
Still sad.
You're sad. I'm sad.
Everyone's sad.
I'm gonna scream. Make me big and put me in a corner. I'm gonna hide. I'm not puppeteering this stream, so I'm sad. Extra sad.
Sad.
Yes. Now shove me in a corner. Put me in the hidey hole.
You gotta go like
fare thee well. I'm just gonna like scream and then put me in the little hovel. Thank you. That's where I'm gonna cry.
Thank you. Oh, thank you. Quality stream. just a brown smear in the middle of the screen and sad rabbits.
I thought it was me. That was good. No, that's not my screen. Because my screen also has the brown smear.
No. You've created. We can't go back now.
What? Puppeting?
Yeah, Panda's puppeting.
No, now you have to do it too because I already puppeteered everything. Cannot go back. Oh, that does remind us that we are looking into a groups. What was it? A group account?
Yes. Trying to see if we can like either. Well, we're planning on like moving to like a group channel. We're just deciding on a name right now.
Yeah, because we can't decide on anything. Ah!
It's not that we can't decide. Is that everything
We need a
we
good
think
name.
of is all fucking like taken up by username hoarders, and it's so
Oh,
unfair.
yeah, it is. Because like we had a good name, and then it was like, nope, sorry, it was taken. Haha. Enjoy that.
Enjoy the angry wiggle bunny.
Ah! Get my axe. I'm gonna like destroy all these orders. Ah!
Oh no, your axe is clear. Keep
No,
forgetting.
my axe is clear. You never fixed it. Well, you know what? That's good. That's good. You know why?
What?
They won't see it coming. Because it's invisible.
I hate you.
Did you like that one?
I won't see it coming when I strike.
Everybody leaves.
Panda, no! We're losing our viewers!
Puns. We do a little wiggle dance on the chair. But oh no.
Sunglass emoji but evil.
Oh, we need actual emojis for this chat.
We do. We could just
Oh,
make
we need
all
to draw some.
You can do all the catto pie and the little Skelandas and all the bats.
That's true, it's true. And a little
'Cause-
Mad Bunny.
Yeah, because we would have.
I
a
mean, we
third
do have a
person.
Mad Bunny. Yeah, we do, but she's not here because her internet is bollocks.
Just like, oh no, I was terrified today. Can I tell you that?
Sure.
I was
What did happen?
I woke up and I was gonna
Mhm.
scroll on my phone like normal. It was like around close to 11 when I was gonna get up and like
Okay.
do breakfast or whatever. And then
Okay.
and then I noticed that the internet wasn't working. I'm like,
Oh, no.
I'm like, that's not good. So I like, kind of panic. I like almost had like a mini panic attack because I went like, no, not today of all days.
Oh no.
So I went to check
Did
the
you know-
down. I went to check
I
the
would-
down detector for my fucking internet provider, and it's like there are problems at your provider right now, according to X amount of complaints. And I'm like,
Not today! I would have streamed without you since I have it now.
you have it.
No, it would have been a Valheim stream because I'm like, I'm not setting up the art one.
I was about to say, like, wait a minute, you don't have the art one.
I don't. I only have the Valheim stream. I would play game. It's okay. It's okay. It's game day because Kowie's gone. I would die though. Simply die. What else? Oh, I'm glad that it's fixed because then that means we get to stream and scream.
I know. I was so terrified. Valheim is super fun. We scream at serpents.
We scream at the sirs. We still have one dancing around outside our base in the water. We can't kill it because it keeps disappearing.
Oh no. There we go. Haha.
The sir is great.
The Sir's menace.
Yeah, the sir is a menace. But it's fun menace. What was it the last time? We got like really excited and we started going through the mountains.
Oh, we were
Yeah, I
gonna
think
go
that was-
find we were gonna go find obsidian.
That's right. We never found obsidian. We found a zombie place, but not obsidian.
paladin understands. That's literally how our gameplays go. Is he gonna throw a rock at us? Nah, he's not. Gets fucking scrapes the bottom of the boat on the shoreline.
Listen here, I am the best. I am the best captain. You don't know.
Captain.
Oh no.
Oh no. I did remember while I was cleaning yesterday, like clearing out my bathroom, I had music on and I totally forgot about this one shanty that I loved.
It's the special one.
No, it's the captain's wife's lament.
Lamination.
But yeah, it's the one where it's
Oh yeah, I remember the word that you said that was so sad. The Aflight.
Aflight?
Oh, we're almost at Aflight. Oh, excuse me.
Leave me alone. I can't know words, no good.
First it was lament, and now it was Aflight.
Lament.
I kind of want to. What is it? More songs of like sea shanties.
Oh, I need to send you the one that I got reminded then. The captain's
Yeah,
wife.
because like I have your sea shanty pirate music listing, but it has like over 200 songs, and I don't want to look. It has 200, almost 300 songs. Okay.
To be fair, it's
You put whole albums in here.
No, to be fair, I saved that playlist from someone else's playlist, and then I just loved it.
Ah. Right, so they got questionable taste. Thought it was you.
But they got like a lot. I was like surprised. I didn't even know half of these like bands existed. I didn't even know pirate shanty was like a genre in of itself, and I was like,
it is. I thought I told you.
It is the best playlist ever.
Cause like I have it's got like really neat songs in it, and like it's pretty good, like accumulation of playlist songs for sea shanties.
It's also a lot of soundtrack because of what do you call it? I know a majority they got from like Assassin's Creed, that one video game. And
the pirate one?
Yeah, the pirate one. But it's really good because they actually got real shanties that people used to sing back in the day. I was like, huh.
Yeah.
Hello, welcome. But like, yeah, and then they just went off of that, and then they got actual people that sang the shanties and like the actual songs, and some even like made their own original ones, like Wages of Sin. I love theirs. It's like folk pirate with a touch of like a little bit of rock to it.
Yeah. So I only know like certain genres, but I know they had sea shanties, but I also listened to a lot of like the Irish folklore.
Yeah, the Irish folk songs. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're
a little shanty-ish.
Yeah, I think they kind of like originated from that like strand of folk music for sure.
Love them. I need more of those though, because like I have a few, and I need to recollect them.
Yes. Original sea shanties are covered by copyright.
Oh, definitely. Because like there's like a bunch that a lot of different bands sing.
Oh yeah.
And they put their own spin on them.
Yeah, I know the Longest Johns are like one of the more famous ones because I know they got TikTok famous, so I'm like,
Champions.
But no, I do actually like their one song that how I discovered them was the Bones in the Ocean, and I really love that one. It's very, very sad, I will say, but it's also like really like super nice. Their vocals are amazing. Another one is there was like a really famous one that went that was super throughout that playlist. I'm trying to remember it right now. I'm going on my Spotify.
I was like, you're gonna have to talk about these because like my brain is like, I don't try to remember music songs.
Genuine the music.
I don't
Uh,
remember names. You made fun of me. We were watching Vox Machina, and you were just like going ham. Like, hey, it's you. You don't remember any themes.
That's another thing. We started watching The Legend of Vox Machina, and it's like it's a dive in for both of us because I've followed Critical Role, but I've only ever followed their second campaign. I tried to do the first one, did not work out. And then Panda's just like, I'm never going to watch a fucking episode because this is 3 hours long and my attention span is like 10 seconds.
I tried watching what was the campaign that they had? The campaign with Taco.
That's a different podcast.
It doesn't watch. It doesn't matter because it's virtually the same. And listen here.
No.
And listen, no. It's all D&D to me. So
okay.
I tried watching one and I started and I'm like, my restlessness is happening. I don't know what's going on and
that's
good on them. Too. I'm leaving.
That's an entirely different podcast. You tried to listen to the Adventure Zone, not Critical Role.
Yeah, listen here. Even if it's like the different podcasts, it's all D&D to me.
It's all D&D, but it's like
it's all D&D campaign. It's like that's what the no. It's a different podcast, but that's the one I tried listening to. Okay, I didn't try listening to like the Vox Machina.
The Critical Role as a whole.
Yeah, the Critical Role as a whole. Like that's the one that I didn't listen to. I was listening to the Adventure Zone, and I was like, my attention span is waning.
But you know why? It's like it's always hard to sit through the first episode of the Adventure Zone, especially their balance arc, because they're just getting back into D&D. And then, so they're like, what do we do here? What do we do for this? What do we do for that? Roll for this or whatever. And it's like, it's not as like, they're just like blowing out their ass essentially. And it's really funny how they come up with the story. But Critical Role, they already know how to fucking play. So they're like, okay, so you just roll for this. And the most that takes up is Matt's expository. Yeah. Because he's like describing he's such a good storyteller. He's like setting up the plot.
The point is though, my attention span is still too short.
Yeah, I don't blame you. To be fair, to be fair, you did start off on the right foot because fucking Adventure Zone's episodes are only like an hour and a half versus 3 hours.
You see, I tried. Because like I get frustrated when even with tutorials that take too long.
Oh yeah.
It's like especially like when I'm looking at tutorials on YouTube, because sometimes I like to watch them.
Yeah.
And they make them unnecessarily long.
Oh, they're just trying to get that ad revenue.
So I like skipping ahead.
I will only excuse a video or tutorial video being long if you're showing it to me exactly step by step. That's the only time I will excuse it. But if you're talking, like, join your channel and this, and this, and we're gonna talk a bit about my life and stuff, and it's like, I don't care, Karen. Get on with it.
Show me how to fix my machine. No, but like that's like the same feeling I get when I watch the D&D campaigns. Mm-hmm. Is I get like restlessness and I'm like, I need to skip ahead, but if I skip ahead I might miss something.
That's the bad thing about that. Yeah,
so it's like my mind. But we did watch the animation and it was actually surprisingly good.
Yay, I'm glad you like it.
And like I had like qualms because like I always don't like to watch new things because I know I might 50-50 chance hate it. Mm-hmm. And I was pleasantly surprised. Like it was with Centaur World too.
Yeah, especially with Centaur World.
Because like I was already like dismissing it based on the style and how they were acting.
It was like very
Uh,
derpy. It looked like it
yeah,
had
and I
derpy
was like,
gimmick.
okay, I don't want this LOL random in my life right now, so I just didn't give it a time of day.
Until I was
Until
like,
I
Panda, we gotta watch it.
no, and I was like, no, we're not watching it at all. No, I didn't want to watch it, and then until like I saw a backstory on YouTube. I got spoiled
As you do.
because I saw a character crying, and I'm like, oh, there's drama in this show.
Pain? Tears? I will collect them
Pain?
in my mug.
I got to here I come shaking my mug around, going, I need some.
Here I am.
Here I am. What tears do you have for me? And then the character had like a sad backstory, and I'm like, oh, there's more to this show.
Oh, it has lore.
It has lore, you say?
As it do.
As it do. I was like, wow. And then I was pleasantly surprised that my mug was pleasantly filled. I need an angry bunny with the mug.
Oh no! I need to make a mug for you.
Full of tears.
Your tears here.
Oh, the drama.
The drama. But no,
That's not what they say.
I was pleasantly surprised too with Vox Machina because I don't know. I kind of prefer the Mighty Nine campaign compared to Vox Machina just because I like watched from the start how the characters like progressed, and it's compared to Vox Machina, the Mighty Nine are just like a wholesome ragtag team of like just people lost in life, I suppose, trying to like get their shit together or whatever. Vox Machina is just a bunch of assholes that want money.
I kind of like it when it's like that.
I know, but both are fun. Both are fun. I was like, I was a little bit ready to be annoyed with Vox Machina, but no, I actually like I'm enjoying myself with the show right now.
Yeah, same. Because like when I saw the trailer, I was like,
Oh no.
But the way like they were, well, actually, the way the story is, and like they're not as annoying or like as douchey as I thought they were gonna be.
Oh yeah, that was good too. Yeah.
So I was pleasantly surprised, and I was like, this is fun. I accept this. Thank you.
Oh no, it's a show on Amazon Prime right now. It's called The Legend of Vox Machina. That was originally a D&D podcast.
I like how Twitch is like freezing for me.
Oh no.
Let me check YouTube.
Okay.
Because like I like to watch because I can read the comments. Let's see. Gabberdraw. We can continue talking. I will get there sooner or later.
Yeah, it's a new D&D show, or like I should say more like a fantasy show that is based off a D&D campaign. So it has like oh no. I hope it's not freezing because like I'm trying to see the health and it's like, oh no.
Let's see. It is freezing for me.
No!
On YouTube as well. I can hear the voices. I just don't see it moving.
Ah, crap.
I'm all quality control over here. My quality of life is frozen. My bunny is eternally screaming.
Yeah, there's Minecraft stories. I don't
Oh, I don't know the Minecraft ones.
I've heard of them. I've never taken the displeasure to watch one, so I'm just like,
Because like there's a whole story thing, and then there's the what is it? There's a video game, isn't it?
Oh, what for?
But for Minecraft, like there's Minecraft, and then there's Minecraft Story.
Ew.
And
yeah.
it's something entirely different.
It was what do you call it? The fucking I know Telltale Games did like a whole thing for that. And I was like, why? Why?
It's fun.
But it's also because like they got a whole. It was like around the time when like all these fucking YouTubers were like just like trying to get like famous or like do get into acting and voice work and stuff. So they got like a bunch of random YouTubers that were just people that play video games to do a show, and it was like I don't understand the appeal, but sure.
Oh, it's the same thing as getting like big name voice actors. Like, 'cause if you're gonna sell to kids, you're gonna get the YouTubers that they
Oh,
enjoy.
yeah, exactly.
Silly.
And I heard a child talking instead. Fair. But no, I kind of like the D&D aspect more because it's like it's not just strictly to like whatever genre Minecraft is. It's more open world fantasy. So like anyone can make up anything in the story, so to speak. But it was just fun. This concept was fun because it was actual voice actors that were really good friends with each other and just played D&D, and they're like, you know what would be cool? Voice acting actual characters that we make up ourselves. And it just worked beautifully. Like they came up with such interesting characters with like really interesting stories, and it was just a really good concept. And it took off. It really took off. They're like on their third campaign now, and they got like a show.
Mm-hmm.
And the story of that show is still like super like just really amazing at what a community can do for content that they like. It was like super amazing. Like because since it started as a podcast, it was just like a small team, a small production team that just like did like they sat around a table, they did like little video editings and stuff for like how we live stream right now. And they went and started comic books because they got like so much of a following that they actually got like comic book deals to be like, oh, to help explain more of the story. And then they're like, you know what the next step would be, guys? We should probably make a pilot because they made an animated intro for their podcast and live streams. So then they're like, oh, okay, we'll start a Kickstarter to make a pilot episode. So that way we can present it to studios and to see who wants to take us to sign up on to make the show. And they had, I want to say they had like they had a set budget, not a set budget, they had a set goal. And I think it was like $1 million something or other just to make the first pilot, which is literally like one episode that could be from 15 to 30 minutes long.
Oh, is that the one where they knocked it out of the park and everybody
yes! They fucking quadrupled, like not even, they like, oh my god, quintupled the fucking the fucking goal. They were like, okay, like literally first night of the Kickstarter. It reached its goal in under half an hour, and then in under 3 hours they made $8 million. And they're just like,
That's
they're like sitting, they were sitting like on live stream like, I don't know what to do. I don't know, guys. We had like this whole thing planned. We just made $8 million. I don't fucking understand what we're gonna do for the rest of the night.
I'm so happy for them. They got to make their stuff.
Legit. And now they have like, I think the first 2 seasons, they have like 2 seasons with Amazon right now, and it's so good to see how far they come. It's like they even got to a point where it's like, oh my god, we have all this money, the fuck are we gonna do? They started their own charity organization, so they're like, oh, it's just really nice to see what these guys are doing. It's super nice. So it's like they have a show, a charity organization, and they like solidified the Critical Role name to be like an actual entity, and it's like, yes, their own little entertainment group. Oh, dreams too come true.
Oops.
And it's just really good because it's like it's such like a nice ring of people too. Like if you watch anime, you'll probably recognize some of the some of the people, because like they've done like a lot of voice acting for like anime shows and like everyone's favorite cartoons. Yeah, no, I doubt it, because like they've been in the industry long enough. They're not people that are like just like started from the ground up. They've been working in like the like just like the whole entertainment industry for like a long while. And I don't think it'll come to that. They're pretty chill. The McElroy brothers, you mean? McElroy brothers.
I'm like out of the loop because I don't keep up with these. What happened?
I hope they don't end up with like the McElroy brothers, who are the ones that did the Adventure Zone.
Ah.
Mercer did like Sonic. What?
What happened? I want to be in this cheese man. What happened?
I don't understand. I don't get it.
I'm out of the loop.
I'm out of the loop too. It's like, hello?
I just like the animations. As I wiggle in my own chair. Because I don't remember.
I don't remember names.
I don't. Like, even when, what is it? We were watching something else and you had to, like, tell me a different character. Because that's all I know. Like, if you tell me a character, I'll figure it out. But if you tell me an actor's name or a voice actor's name, I'll blank.
Yeah. What was it? I'm trying to remember what we were watching that I had to go like, no, that's so and so, and you're like, oh.
I don't remember. That's a lot of shows, to be honest.
There was. Ah, fuck. Who was it? No, I'm curious now.
No, it's a lot of shows.
There's a lot of fucking shows. Like, I could have told you, like, remember when we saw Gretel and Hansel?
Yes.
And the sister is actually the girl from the It movies, the new ones.
Bless you.
The little redhead girl that like cut her hair and stuff.
Oh, was that her?
Yeah, it was her.
Did not know that. That's what it is. Yeah.
A pink questionable dude. See, I'm not a Sonic fan. I wish that was here.
Espio. But no, that's like the one that knows Sonic.
Yeah.
Espio.
The chameleon.
Oh, that one. It doesn't look like a chameleon, but it is a chameleon.
It just looks like vaguely lizard-like.
Vaguely lizard-like with the curly tail, like the traditional chameleon tail that people like to put on stuff. Like,
yeah.
Okay, and a little horn for a nose, a little yellow horn.
The fat boy. Oh my god. You see how far, like, I know Travis Willingham and Laura Bailey as well. They have done. They're on the team of Critical Role, and Travis Willingham is the voice actor for Roy Mustang, and a whole bunch of other people that I forget. But I know his prominent role that everyone loved him for was for Roy Mustang from Full Metal Alchemist.
Forgot about these birds.
What? Yeah! Laura Bailey, I think, also was, she's a... Bailey, hold on. I am, like, looking on my phone right now. Oh, yep, she was Lust in Full Metal Alchemist. She was also she was also Shin-chan.
Okay, see that one I could picture the name, the voice.
She was Kid Trunks in the Funimation dub for Dragon Ball Z.
Okay.
Toru Honda. I assume Toru Honda in the first anime adaptation for Fruit Basket.
Never saw Fruit Basket.
That's
probably another one we're gonna have to rewatch.
Oh yeah, I've been told to watch the new one because like
I've never seen a Fruit Basket. I never read a Fruit Basket either.
I've read it. I've stopped at a certain point though. I didn't get to finish reading that manga.
I know we restarted Sailor Moon.
Yes, the 1990s Deke dub.
Yeah, exactly, because that's the only one that's valid.
Never mind the original. Never mind the original Japanese dub.
Listen here, I grew up with the Deke one.
The same.
I did not grow up listening to the Japanese one, so even though that one's also valid, this one is valid in my childhood.
Oh no! Laura Bailey was Anko Mitarashi in Naruto.
Really?
I did not know that. Oh my god.
I did not know that either. But
oh, She's Sweet Home is cute. My little baby cousin loves that one.
I know we were like really confused with Sailor Moon's voice because we all remembered it different.
The Sailor Moon Crystal? Yeah, we don't touch that one.
Oh, we haven't gotten there yet, but we're gonna look like it.
No, it's just the new one that they did where they like kind of reanimate it in like the Lelouch style looking ass thing.
I know.
I don't want to even give that.
It looks bad. The Lelouch style.
That's how you put it.
Style. The Lelouch style, because that's what I remember. I couldn't remember the anime's name.
I think that was like a moment that you were like, it looks like a fucking Lelouch style. I'm like, you mean Code Geass? And you're like, yeah, that's the one.
The Lelouch style. You know, I kind of want to say that it looks that way because of the comic books. Like the whole manga actually does look like that.
Fair.
It does, because like I also collected the comic books in the 90s when they were comic books and not manga.
Yeah.
And the style looks exactly like the Sailor Moon Crystal.
Oh.
So like when I saw it, it's like, oh, okay, I get it. It's ugly, but I get it. Like it's not ugly in the comic books. Like I'm gonna show it to you. I'll show it to you later, or like I'll show it to you now. Really, I'll put it on my screen. I'm gonna put it on your screen. But that's why it looks like that. It's like they were trying to capture the comic book. They were.
They did a shit job of doing it.
You think? It's actually really spot on.
Oh no.
I think this is issue 1. Copy. Like you're gonna look at my screen.
Oh, here we go. Oh, yeah.
It looks exactly like Crystal.
Fair. Yeah, I can see it now.
So it's like that's why it's got that weird style. It's because they were trying to recapture the comic book style when everybody was expecting the 90s style.
I think it's just also just doesn't work because like they made the animation so stiff. It's like not even funny.
Did. Yeah. And like we're going to watch it anyway because I want to watch all of it.
Nah!
Exactly. We're watching all of it.
It's like
if I had to sit through your stuff, you're going to have to sit through mine.
It's not even sitting through it. We're like going to be watching the same fucking show twice. It's just in a different animation style.
No, it's not the same show twice.
Yes, it is.
Is it following the comics or is it following the actual like previous?
It's like following like a bit of both because like
then it's not the same show.
No, it is the same show because
the
they're
95
following
one's
Sailor
not
Moon
the same
art.
as the comic.
I'm telling you, they're following the same fucking shit.
We're gonna watch it. We're gonna watch it.
It's gonna be the same thing. It would have been better if we just watched the VIZ Media one.
No, that one's trash. We're gonna watch it. We're gonna watch it, and I'm gonna steal their eyebrows.
If they even have eyebrows to steal.
Right? But that's why it looks the way it does. It's ugly. It moves ugly. But that's why it looks the way it does.
Gotcha.
And I know but you know what? It's not as bad as the Card Captor Sakura. Whatever, however you like to pronounce it.
Card Captor Sakura.
Redub.
Oh no.
Because like there's two different dubs for it, and one is like the normal 4Kids one that everybody grew up with.
Yeah.
And then there's the other one where her English voice is obnoxious and high pitched and whiny.
Oh no.
And I was trying to look for like, oh no, it was on Netflix. Netflix was the one that has the other one.
Oh yeah.
And I wanted to rewatch it, and when I put it on, I was like, I don't remember her voice being that way. And it wasn't that way at all. It was way different. And like that's what I was concerned about when we started rewatching Sailor Moon, was because her voice was off. Yeah, but it wasn't off. It's just a change in voice actor. Yeah. And we always grew up with like a specific one, or we only saw like the episodes with a specific one in it.
Yeah.
And that's why it always like it sounded weird to us.
Oh no,
was there.
Netflix made one. They also made it less. Yeah, it's the same thing with the what do you call it? What's the one? The Get in the Robot Shinji. Neo Genesis Evangelion. There you go.
Get in the Robot Shinji.
I only know that fucking anime through memes. I've never watched an episode of that, even though I should because it's a classic.
I only know the Shinji memes.
Get in the Robot Shinji. But like, yeah. Netflix,
I've seen a few of it.
Netflix brought it onto their roster, but the way they translated it for the subtitles is completely off. They like did their own interpretation of what certain things mean, and it's not the actual translation, because some of the dialogue sounds a little too gay, and then they're like, no, I'm gonna fix this, and then they just made it like completely not what the actual thing was. So it's like, I'd rather watch it on a shady anime site than on Netflix.
I wish Netflix had like the good subs.
Yeah, they did the same shit with the Squid Game too, because like they had two different sets of captions, English translation captions.
Mm-hmm.
One was for the translated dubbed over voice, which was also very fucking like things were lost in translation, or like they did not translate it as it was said. You get me?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then there was the quote unquote translated subtitles, which went along with how the Korean language was actually literal. It's like literal translation. That's what it was. And they translated it well, and everyone was like going off, like saying like, don't listen to these English subtitles if you're gonna watch it in Korean, change it to these subtitles. And it was like, oh, okay, yeah. So it's like, I don't know.
So where did we watch it in?
We watched it in Korean, and we watched it with the proper subtitles.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, because even I told you that, like, the English dub, the dub over was bad in translation too.
Oh, that's right, because I wanted it to be in English because I was working at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
But since we couldn't do that, we had to make special time for the show.
Yeah. I was so confused watching it. Yeah. It was the same when I went to it was like years ago. I tried to rewatch Sailor Moon, but the Shinji get in the robot. But I tried...
Oh, no.
But no, I tried to rewatch Sailor Moon back in the day as well. Once upon a time, but I wanted to watch the Japanese version of it. And I was also a little confused because I'm like, oh, I missed a lot of things. And it didn't click until recently that it was like, oh, they sanitized the shit out of that. Yeah.
Yeah, they did. Yes, they did.
They did. Absolutely did.
Especially with like... Or no, you know what? I was really sad that we were robbed of Sailor Stars on Toonami.
I know! Oh my god.
Because I didn't know they existed until somebody who was a huge Sailor Moon fan was like showing me comics.
Yeah.
And I was like, who are these people? Like, those are Sailor Stars. We didn't get them on TV, and I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, we didn't get them on TV at all. They stopped as soon as Sailor Saturn came onto the show, and that was it. And when Sailor Neptune and Uranus like confessed or something or other, and it's like, nope, took it right off the air.
They couldn't get out of that one, boys, because they did that with
They made it 10 times worse. They made it 10 times worse by making them cousins.
Yeah, they did, because it was, what was it? It was Neptune, was it?
Neptune and Uranus, yeah.
Neptune and Uranus, and they made them cousins, and I was like, 9-year-old me was like, that's not cousins.
That's not cousins.
That's not cousins. Don't lie to me. They don't act like cousins.
No, sir.
No, sir. No, ma'am. That's not cousins.
Just made it 50 times worse by making them related.
Exactly.
Welcome, Bumble. Welcome.
Welcome. Hello. They're no cousins. Don't you lie to me.
Don't lie. Oh my god.
Don't you lie to me.
It's just really bad.
So they couldn't cousin their way out of that one with the stars.
we can't censor, cancel, cousin our way out of this one, boys.
Okay. Oh no. We can't himbo our way out of this one. Oh no.
No, because we're talking about the North American dub of Sailor Moon.
Of the 90s one.
Yeah, the 90s Sailor Moon dub. And we're just talking about the weird coincidences that happen with it.
Like, they changed one of the bad guys into female when he was originally a male.
Yes!
In the Japanese one. And they put, like, a void in one scene where he disguises himself as Sailor Moon. It's like, I guess they did. Yeah, they did. And they didn't want to, like, show that. And I'm like, that's weird that you got a void, but okay.
It's weird that you got, like, a Ken Barbie doll void.
Ken Barbie doll. No, it's like a blatant void. And I never
like...
noticed it when I was, like, 9 and watching this. But now that I, like, rewatching it, I was like, hello? That's a void. Start screaming. And then so like they fixed it, quote unquote, by making he a she because of the long hair. And I
Yeah.
was like, yeah, okay, whatever.
It's like these boys are too feminine anyways. We can pull it off.
We could pull it off. They're not gonna know. Nobody will know. Everybody knew.
No one will know until fucking all these
So later.
all these little 8-year-old girls will like go back to watch it for nostalgia and then find out the truth.
Yeah, and then Neptune and Uranus went to be cousins, and I'm like, that's a little sus.
That's also
They
funny
don't.
to.
They
That's
don't act. They don't act like cousins.
no, it's just funny to me that like they had to change the how they pronounce it. They say Sailor Uranus, right? But
I think so.
no, they do say Sailor Uranus because I do remember. I remember I got like the VHS and that stuck with me forever. Because when I would like go to school and go for science class and we would do like space sciences or stuff. It's like so imagine like little itty bitty baby like Kai just like looking at the solar system and going, "That's planet Uranus," and everyone's like, "No, you stupid fucking child! It's called Uranus." And I'm like,
Start crying. No, but it's like I like watching American versions because I like laughing at what's the difference.
Yeah, it's fun and it's just for nostalgia reasons. I would personally like to watch it like in the original version too, just to see what was missed and just to see it unedited, you know?
Yeah, I want it unedited.
Yeah.
But the censors are way different here, so it's like everything has to be edited.
Especially back in the 90s when 4Kids and Deke ran rampant.
Oh, definitely.
Like fucking who was it?
Because like DBZ got censored all the time too. And not all the time as well, because like there was like blood on screen and stuff.
Yeah.
But they censored like the weirdest things.
They did, even on it's pronounced like what? Yeah. It's I don't know. I guess it's for like Sailor Uranus, but everyone always says Uranus, and it's like, yeah, you can imagine a bunch of like 8-year-olds watching this show and just making fun of the name. It's like fucking everyone and their mother makes fun of the name right now. but Deke was smart to pronounce it as Uranus. So it's like,
Uranus.
But back to what I was saying. What was I saying?
You were being bullied because you said it wrong.
No, before that. Editing.
Editing, yeah.
Editing. Not only was it they just censored the shit out of anime because I remember, once upon a time, remember when all of fucking America was waiting on, what do you call it? Naruto Shippuden to come to dub.
Oh, that's right.
And what happened is that for some fucking reason they gave it to Disney of all people.
Was that why it was on XD?
Yeah, it was on Disney XD for their Jetix channel, for where they put all the anime and stuff. And I remember everyone was so fucking excited and mad over it because we were like, oh shit, I wonder how it's gonna go or whatever, because at least it's dubbed. But then they brought it over and they censored like the stupidest parts. Like I remember distinctly with the Sakura versus Sasori fight, she had like a little slash on her arm and like bruises and stuff, you know, because she was fighting against the Sasori's like poison tails or something or other.
Yeah.
And you can clearly see that it's like a bad Photoshop job because they like color picked her skin tone and then just like put blotches all over her arm instead of like showing the tiny red scratches that weren't even bleeding in the original, and just be like, oh, no violence here. Just it was just like so sad to see on TV. I'm like, what the fuck is happening? And they even edited out the opening and the endings. Like, it was so sad.
Oh no. I wonder if they do that for like time crunches,
Oh,
because I know Toonami didn't use openings and endings for after a while.
yeah, it was purely for those time crunches. But it was stupid because it's like we have half an hour, but no, we gotta let our commercials take up the fucking time. Because even the commercials between the Naruto segments were like really stupid long. Like I already
Yeah.
had
And it was all
forgotten.
for like Disney shows.
Yeah. Fucking abysmal.
I was mad because I didn't have XD to watch that.
Have a lollipop instead of a cigarette. Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Oh, that's right. That's what they switched it to. You know, it kind of sort of made sense in my stupid mind because he was a chef. So I was like, yeah, okay, that makes sense, I guess. I was like, sure, I accept this.
It's like the fucking the Pokemon editing. So it's like, wow, guys, I really love Brock's donuts. It's a fucking little rice balls, a little onigiri things.
Oh, that's what they did the same with Sailor Moon, though.
Yeah,
They took it was a steamed bun or something.
Yeah, it was like a steam bun, and they're like, oh my god, I love packing down these donuts.
Oh my god. Oh my god. I love donuts. Oh my god. I love that animation.
What the fuck is this?
I miss it. It's because I'm also remembering the artist who did the Valdemar. Oh my god.
Just oh my god. I wish I had auto tune.
I lost my phone. Oh my god.
Oh my god. The fucking. What the fuck is this? Who the fuck is you who?
Who the fuck is you who?
The who is you fuck?
It's a very old animation.
Very, very old animation.
That was made in The Sims.
I imagine if Jetix was still around, they'd try to. Oh, absolutely. They wouldn't even air it. They would not even air it. Oh my god.
For Centaur World?
They would absolutely not air it just because of
I don't think they would air it.
No.
If it was like,
because they have Zulius some instances with Jet and also
yeah, they wouldn't even air it. They'd just like skip over those parts or edit Zulius out completely.
Oh yeah, for sure. And you can't do that.
Yeah.
Let me see. Flip. Yeah, no. Jetix was like, it was fine when they picked up certain shows. Like, I remember I would watch, like, I would be so excited for Jetix to come on because Puka would be on. And it was such like a cute show. I really loved it. The horizontal.
It's when they were working with other shows that were not made by them.
Oh yeah.
That was kind of like sad.
The extra sad. Because that's just the whatever yeah, thank you. Oh my god, you remember Puka, thank god.
I was like, the funny part about it though is that when you're small and you watch these shows, you don't care.
Yeah, exactly. It's like you don't fucking care, and then I just don't understand. Like,
it's only when you get older and you're like, I was robbed, and it's like, no, you enjoyed those shows. You're okay.
Yeah, I still enjoyed them, but I do feel like they make kids dumb on purpose by censoring this shit too.
Oh yeah,
Because
they of course they do.
yeah, and
Because or not, it's not really necessarily making kids dumb. It's one of those they're trying to protect from some things that are you don't need to be protected by.
exactly. Thank you. Exactly the point.
And honestly, it's going to be one of those they're doing it on purpose because they don't want parents sending angry letters.
That too, because it's always the parents that like get their panties up in a knot about it too.
Yeah, because like the kid's not going to notice what's bad and what's good, because like a lot of people from my age group watched Rocco's Modern Life, and that one was borderline. Like that one was like heavily borderline, but
Domo. Oh my god, I remember Domo was like a huge thing. Sorry.
Yeah, that's right. But it's one of those people are going to be like sus about foreign cartoons, like especially parents.
Yeah.
That are not going to get it, because like I know like I was barred from watching certain animes.
Oh, same. Like literally anything that was on Adult Swim.
Yeah.
But I was even barred from fucking I've told you the stories many of times, but I was barred from watching Pokemon of all fucking things. And Yu-Gi-Oh!
Right. That's the devil's anime.
It's the devil's anime.
The devil's anime. You're making little aminals fight.
Digimon 2! Oh my god.
Though I think Pokemon was a thing because there was a rumor that was spread in the 90s that it was made by the devil, and it was Abracadabra and Alakazam.
Yeah.
That were they had the devil symbol on their bellies, and I'm like, excuse me?
That's not even what it was. It was just a little star.
Yeah, no, it was like a star or something, just like a standard star and like squiggles, and I'm like, are you
sure?
Are you smoking?
What are you smoking? They're smoking that Bible a little too much.
You rolled the Bible? What's going on? You rolled the Bible?
You wrote the Bible.
The Bibbles?
The Bibble. Drinking too much of that communal wine.
You took a little sippy of that, the salty holy water, huh?
Ugh. Like grimy, the holy water everyone puts their hands in.
No, I did not see that one, but I'm pretty sure there was plenty of them.
I grew up in a Christian school, so I did have to get that sermon.
Oh. I grew up as a Catholic, we never got that.
You're absolutely lucky. Oh my god.
Yeah, we never got that shit. I think it was like the hard Christians that had that.
Yep.
I don't remember mine ever doing that.
Mine for sure did, because like it was just funny to me because it was always what do you call it? We couldn't trade Pokemon cards and we couldn't trade Yu-Gi-Oh cards because it was always like this. She like we had like a kindergarten teacher or like the first grade teacher. She literally like didn't like kids huddling around and like just sharing Pokemon cards or whatever when we went to recess. And
sus.
It was just no fun allowed at that fucking school. It was so fucking miserable. And so like we got called in early from recess because she took one of this poor kid's Pokemon cards and she like went into a fit. Like she was literally holding a fucking Pikachu card and was like, "Do you know what this is? Do you know this is the devil?" And I'm like,
devil.
And I'm like, and literally all of us were like, "That's not the devil, it's Pikachu." So this is
ours we got banned, but it wasn't because of the devil. It was just because we were playing with them more than actually doing our schoolwork, which was fair because we were.
Fair, I guess, but it's like, oh, 2+2, yeah, it's a bunch of fucking five-year-olds just like looking at like the pretty cards and just be like, wow, fucking wow. It's like, oh my god, this one goes shiny. That's all it was. No, and then the funny thing, so like the Pokemon cards got banned, but every other Friday or something or other, we always had like special days where we can just bring our little toys from home, and all the boy kids would just be like bringing out their fucking little Game Boy Colors and stuff and just start playing Pokemon. And no one batted an eye to that, but I guess it's just because they couldn't fucking see what was on the goddamn Game Boy.
Yeah, it's one of those because like the Game Boy didn't have like side screen kind of thing.
No, it wasn't side screen. It was the time before the Game Boy Advance SP where the fucking screen actually lighted up. So I guess
That's why
we just got
it didn't have an actual
lucky.
screen. Because like I remember with like we had the Game Boy Colors and the regular Game Boy, the black and white one. But not the brick one. We never had the brick one.
Oh no.
Because they get I'm serious. There's the brick one and then there's the slim version.
The Game Boy Color? Or
No. There's the Game Boy brick and then the Game Boy non-brick and then the Game Boy Color. You know how like the PlayStation 2 was like a brick and then you had the PlayStation Slim?
Yeah.
That's how it looked like. That's literally what it
no.
was. It was the Game Boy, which was the brick, and then the regular Game Boy, which was slimmer.
Oh no.
And then the Game Boy Color.
That literally that was my first fucking 3 years of education. The like
Which
two
one,
and a
the Game
half
Boy
years of
Color?
education. It was literally like living in an Alex Jones fucking it's like a fucking Alex Jones episode. Pikachu Satan making frogs gay.
You're making No!
Poisoning the mind of our children.
Ours was just and then I think I remember I had a school friend, a little elementary friend that I don't remember anymore, but I'll always remember like this one instance because she mentioned how Pokemon were signing kids up in the Book of the Devil, and I'm like, hello? Who told you that?
Wait, that's like the fucking idiot I knew all my life. Oh my god. It, like I had to grow up with this fucking, oh my god. But no, I know those kinds of people that you're talking about, because like fucking this one that
But it was
like
the funniest thing though, because like she was really into Pokemon, and then all of a sudden it was like, it's the devil. I got signed into the Book of the Devil, and I'm like, hello?
it's like sure,
You
bud.
you okay there, buddy?
That's like this girl. She and Bat is my witness. She, because we unfortunately had to grow up with this kind of person where they were like just so like close-minded and sheltered as fuck, where it was just super annoying. But the point was, because it was around the time when we got into like showing my true colors here. We the time when we were really into anime and yaoi and stuff. It was like,
Oh no.
we were in that phase. And it was around the time that we met you guys, that we were just like doing our little pairings and like little OCs and
That's
stuff.
right.
So
I remember this story.
so this bitch got mad because I started drawing like gay romance stuff or whatever. It didn't matter what. And so I don't know, she said some offhanded comment or something that like
Wait, hold on, I'm sorry to like interrupt, but is this the same one that sent you a random email that went to your friends know about your little black book?
yes, this is exactly the same fucking idiot that did that.
Oh my god.
But that's another story. But anyway,
I like that story.
she was a big fucking like animal lover or whatever, you know? And she's like, "Oh, at least animals are pure because they don't participate in homosexual activities." And me and Bat were like looking at this stupid bitch like, "Huh?" It's like, the animal kingdom? Are you sure? Are you sure about that?
Are you sure, buddy?
It's like, at least animals are pure. It's like, you showed me another comic later down the line that proves otherwise.
Mhm. Oh man. You gotta hate to tell her about all the animals that actually do.
I love that Bat was just like, no, they don't. This is you're wrong. And she actually like told her like a fact about like the I think it was like a certain type of ape or something, and then also bats, like the actual bats. And then she's like, "No!" She had such a fit. It was so
She had
funny.
an aneurysm.
Exactly. It's like, I'm sorry. Did your worldview shatter? Stares at deer.
It just stares at everything, because, like, penguins do the same thing.
Exactly. So fucking funny.
Dolphins. I don't know what to tell you.
It's like the a prominent example of like being so sheltered and closed-minded and like growing up and believing bigotry. It's just stupid funny to me.
I blame their family. They were very highly religious, weren't they?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Her fucking I remember her mom was actually a teacher at the fucking Christian school we grew up in.
Oh, that's even worse.
Exactly. God, I hate those people.
I'm one of those, like, I'm surprised that family members, people with family, actually were teachers, because like when I went to school, like the Bible's camps and whatever that I had to go to get like my Jesus wings or something.
My Jesus wings.
No, it's true. Like you had to go to Sunday school, so it's like a standard for Catholics. You go to a Sunday school.
Uh-huh.
And you get your first communion and stuff like that.
Fair.
But they never let people be teachers. Like anybody's mom couldn't be a teacher, or anybody's like dad couldn't be a teacher. It was always a nun.
You would have hated
like,
my Sunday school.
Yeah, because like the nuns actually like go to specific classes in colleges and stuff like that in monasteries.
Yeah.
To become nuns. That's why they can be teachers. And that's what we had.
Yeah.
So it's always strange to me when you're like, oh yeah, someone's mom was a teacher for for Christianity, and I'm like, hello?
Yeah, no, that's it was unfortunate because like I remember when I had my little Sunday school in my Baptist church, it was always either like two ladies from the church group and then my mom. And then even sometimes my dad, because he was a pastor light.
A pastor light.
Yeah. Because it's, I don't know, it's just a whole bunch of like...
It always trips me out. It does. Because like I'd assume that you needed to be special to teach the specific things.
Absolutely not. Not for Baptists and Protestants. So it's like, you have no idea how much I envy Catholics right now.
You had special people. I mean, to be fair, like the nuns were mean, of course,
Mm-hmm.
but what did you expect? They had to teach like 20 or 30 kids that didn't want to learn the prayers.
Legit.
We wanted to go outside and play.
Un pastelito. Might as well be. Oh, that was the only good thing about church back in the day, is that everyone someone or everyone like pitched in to get like pastelitos and cafe in the morning.
Oh,
it's so good.
Yeah, we never had that.
Everyone had like a Sunday breakfast, even though all the rich people in our church group just went to Denny's. It's true. Really, real quote.
Oof. No, we never had that. It was just like we go and like at noon we were let go. Haha.
At noon we would go and let go. Yeah, boy.
The only now I remember. The only problem was that it happened on a Saturday.
Oh no.
So the next day you had to go to church.
Oh no, yeah, that's the only thing. I don't envy you people. No, I do, because at least it's a weekend. You know what I had to do? We had to go to
What did you have to
fucking.
do?
I don't know what we had to, I don't know why we had to go, but we always had to go to church on a fucking Wednesday. And
Oh, I
it
don't know what that
it
is.
was so fucking annoying because we also had
Okay, listen
I
here.
but wait. I don't know
Okay, okay.
if Catholic people had Awanas? Question mark?
Question mark? What is that?
I don't know what it stood for, but it was like picture like Girl Scouts or like Boy Scouts, but for like Christian
Um,
kids. And it was stupid annoying to do.
is this just like the witnesses that come by the door? Is it the same
No.
thing? Similar?
No, it's like everyone had to go in on a Wednesday and all the kids would be grouped up to like get little vests or like a shirt or like a little thing
Oh,
to collect badges. And
no.
you would had to like do certain activities, do certain things and memorize certain Bible verses in order to get a badge and advance in the ranks.
We don't have that.
Okay, I envy you people for not having that because that was annoying as fuck.
We don't have that at all.
I'm like, I could be at home drawing. I could be at home drawing some Sly Cooper and not being bothered with this shit. I can't be arsed with this.
No,
Like,
no. We only had Sunday school, and if you wanted, we had the choir, and if you wanted to be an altar kid, and I say kid because you could be either or.
yeah.
And like they didn't mind that because like I had friends that were altars, but that's basically it. And they did hold a mass several times a week. We just went on Sundays.
Gotcha. This just no, because we had Awanas, we had
No, we didn't have that. We had plays.
it was just we also had plays. We had the nativity play and the Easter play.
Yeah,
That was
we just had the nativity play.
we had the Easter one for some reason ever since after
They should be all filled with bunnies.
no, after what do you call it? What was it? Passion of the Christ. Ever since that movie came out, all our Easter plays just suddenly got very bloody and gory. I remember because my dad would play Jesus sometimes, certain years, and
no,
they actually got fake blood from
no.
Party City to drip all around the fucking the pews.
Excuse me.
Yes, but dad played Jesus.
Okay.
Because they would do the reenactment, and this was Spanish Sunday, okay? So
Okay.
the Hispanic church would like get around and just like kind of like reenact the Jesus carrying the cross, right?
Passion of the
And-
Christ.
And what that would entail is that they would get some rando every year to hold up a styrofoam cross and then dress him up in like someone's stolen hotel towel and then the crown of thorns and then make him walk down the aisle of the church.
No.
So sometimes it was my dad's job because they're like, oh yeah, he looks like him.
Oh my god. We never had that. We don't do Easter plays for a reason.
We did.
We did not because we always like for that. I remember that being like a solemn event.
Mhm.
So we didn't have like celebrations or like plays like that. We just like remembered the suffering.
Right.
So I don't know what your church is smoking. But our church was not smoking the same.
No, because Baptist people are fucking weird.
No.
But yeah, no, we did that for every
You know,
Easter.
technically, it was that actually surprises me, to be honest, because when I had Baptist friends, they didn't participate in Lent at all.
Yeah, no, we don't do the same either.
So that's why I'm like wondering why you still do like the Easter events,
Even though
even though you don't participate in Lent, which is part of the Easter thing.
it's a British school in my city, but I can tell a bullshit. Absolutely, please share.
Oh my god. Yeah, you have to share. Oh What was another one?
But I think it's because we celebrate more the dying of Jesus.
I see. You're evil.
The crucifixion of Jesus. No, because the whole bullshit thing about that is that, like, we have to remember that he died for our sins, and we're gonna honor him by doing a shitty $10 reenactment from Party City.
Ours was like, wasn't the dying part that we emphasized. Ours was like the revival.
Oh no, yeah, see, we did the same thing. But we did like the full thing for some reason. So I don't know. I really don't. Let me tell you a story, baby girl.
Oh my god. No, ours was clean and wholesome. I don't know what yours did. You had the telenovela version.
We did! They went all out. And then after everyone saw my dad die on the cross, we would go outside and then pick up eggs.
Oh.
But can you imagine, like, this 5-year-old who's like takes things too seriously and just starts crying during the middle of the plague, and then like,
why are we picking up eggs after he died? We're collecting God's tears.
I wasn't crying because of that. I was crying because it was my dad. My brain didn't wrap around the Jesus idea yet. I was still too focused on that's my dad.
My dad. Oh no!
It was funny. It was funny. It's funny now. It was traumatizing back then.
Oh no! We never had that.
Yes, we would have sometimes we would have the Palm Sunday. Or
oh yeah, we had that. We had Palm Sunday and we had Ash Wednesday.
Yeah. Which is funny to me because, like, growing up in like a Baptist school and a Baptist church, we still recognize those days. But
weird.
But yeah, it's funny to me because I'm like, that's years down the line. I'm like, but that's Catholic. Why are we recognizing it? I guess any excuse to take a day off for the teachers.
I'm guessing? Question mark?
I guess.
Because like we recognize it because it's like I think it's an apostle thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know what the Baptists follow, but like Catholic is more towards the saints and apostles.
Yeah.
Instead of like God as a whole.
No, Baptist is more the God as a whole, and the Holy Trinity, basically. The Son, the Father, and the Holy Spirit. That's what we follow. And
ours, we recognize it, but ours is mostly the teachings of the apostles.
Gotcha. What's this say? So, it was during primary school, and to this day, I do not know what this holiday was, but it was basically called something Harvest. It was a harvest festival kind of thing. But anyways, there was a church right across our school, and every year for 3 years on this festival, all the white kids and expats would have a fun trip with the teachers, who would all take them there and have a fun party, and kids would throw a play. Okay.
Festival?
So far so good. Something called
It sounds like a banger.
I mean, it says harvest. I love me a good
festival. I love a good harvest festival.
Right?
Festival. I wonder what it is. Harvest festival. England. Is this a Thanksgiving thing? Anyway, I put Harvest Festival in Google with the UK and it says Thanksgiving, but I don't know if that's what it is.
Good detective work.
I did it! I did it!
The little bunny arms just like, I did it!
I did it! Little bunny nose! I wonder if that's it though, because like that's actually a thing. It says Look, watch. I pulled it up on Google. The Harvest Festival of Thanksgiving is a celebration of harvest and food grown on the land in the United Kingdom. It's about giving thanks. Okay, yeah, cool.
Thanks.
Over the year as the winter starts to approach. Good and positive things in people's lives. So held in church. Okay. Sometimes pubs. Yo!
Yeah, boy! Also, wait. Okay. We throw a play. But on this day... See new messages.
Oh.
Hold on. But on this day, Muslim kids like me who went to the same school didn't celebrate this holiday. So the teachers looked at us like we were like, oh shit, yeah, we kind of have to do something for them. So what they did is that they put us in a room with a hello?
Hello?
And they put on Tintin, the TV show, in French. It wasn't even in English with no subtitles. And they would just sit there and we would just sit there in this room for an hour having no idea where everybody went. But all along, they were just having a party. Yeah, I believe it.
Yeah, I believe that too. I believe that, but my teachers when I was growing up were really different doing that stuff. Because like I know they celebrated like the main holidays, but for the kids that didn't celebrate the holidays, they would ask them to do the exact same thing but different. Like for Valentine's Day, we had kids that didn't celebrate it.
Yeah.
But like while everybody was doing like hearts or something, like little puppet hearts, the kids who didn't celebrate it were told to do the exact same thing, but don't make it a heart. Make it something else.
Okay.
And that's how like that's how they included the kids that were celebrating something different or from a different religion, because like it also happened with like Christmas parties and stuff. Which I thought that was pretty neat, and I think that's pretty sad that they just stuck everybody in a room. And they should have tried a little harder.
They really should have, but these are British people. They don't. I know they won't try harder. Not for a kid of color, for sure.
Because I know like it happened with the Day of the Dead events too. Like the class was holding a Day of the Dead event, and the kids who didn't participate in that specific part of the culture because of their religion, they were asked to do something different. Like, so instead of making like a tribute to someone who has passed on, they made it like a tribute to someone who was alive. Like a fan board.
Fan board.
It was a fan board, and they were like, yeah, okay, cool. And it was the exact same thing.
Fair. Extra fair. Fan board.
And so, yeah, instead of making like an altar, they made a fan board.
Okay. I can get
because like
that.
because like the rest of the class made altars for people that have passed on.
Yeah.
But since they didn't celebrate that specific part of the culture, they made a fan board.
Okay.
Someone that was alive.
Yeah, that's interesting. That's more like including like person who doesn't celebrate it. But
exactly.
I get it was just such a weird culture shock too to me, because like for 2.5 years I was in what do you call it? I was in a Christian school, so of course fucking there was like literally no like diversity in the classroom. Other than like it's just everyone was a Christian, every family was a Christian or whatever, Baptist, and like
oh, that's right. I went to a thing called public school.
Yeah, no, when third grade came around, because kindergarten through second grade were like the most miserable years of my fucking life. When third grade came around, I actually went into the public school system, and I actually liked it because everyone was nicer and there was like so much more like diversity in the classroom. It was great.
Oh, there was a huge amount of different people.
Yeah.
Well, kind of, sort of, for me, because like since I'm on a border town, everybody was technically Hispanic. It's true.
Oh my god, yeah, no.
Except for like when everybody was technically Hispanic, but we did have like a few people that were in with like the National Guard and stuff.
Oh.
So like they came from like other parts.
Yeah.
Like the kids. But we did have like a few that were not part of being Christian, and that was pretty neat. I wish they like actually showed their part of the celebration. But it's also one of those they couldn't, because that's gonna amass a lot of angry parents.
Oh yeah. Because like even though it's like even though public school was a little bit more diverse, it was still a majority versus a minority kind of deal.
Yeah. And like it's unfortunate, but it's also they don't want 50 or more kids, parents sending letters in and calling them up going, why are you teaching this?
Yeah. Which is stupid in of itself.
Exactly. Whereas it's one of those like outweighing, because one person sending a letter in doesn't outweigh like 30 people sending in.
Oh yeah.
And it's unfortunate because I would have liked to seen other people's stuff.
Yeah, it would have been great.
Because like when I was like when I was in class, or like I was studying to be a teacher.
Mm-hmm.
Was studying to be a teacher. I didn't actually make it. No, I have anxieties. Anyway, when I was studying to be a teacher, they were mentioning how you have to like include stuff like that, but it's like walking on eggshells because they don't want you to actually touch on it. They want you to touch on it, but not touch on it at the same time.
Yeah,
it's always a pain. So the teachers technically don't bother because it's so hard to do.
Yeah.
When everybody says, "Oh, it's easy, it's easy," no.
No, it's not.
It's not easy. Like, because like you have to perfectly balance it, and if you don't, you are gonna get in trouble.
Exactly. It's because like, it's one thing that you can like the people who say is easy are just like probably giving a very watered down version of these lessons, and and everyone. That
no, it's not the teachers that are saying that it's easy. It's the people that are not teachers are saying that it's easy, and it's like, you don't understand. You really don't understand.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
It's
sorry.
It's like when you're teaching this stuff, or when you're like sharing with like the class a culture, you have to continue like constantly remind the class that what I am teaching you today should not and will not take you away from your own beliefs, because apparently the kids and the parents do not understand that even if I show you something that's different from what you know, that doesn't mean that you have to like automatically switch. You can just absorb it and go, okay, that's cool, and move on.
Yeah.
But the parents don't understand that.
Yeah. Not to mention, like, that's literally the response to, like, every kid that isn't, like, that hasn't been already, like, 100% blindly believing their parents' bigotry. It's just, like, a lot of the kids will be like, oh, that's neat, and then just move on with their lives.
Yeah, and it's like they're trying to be really careful about it, because there is the parents that are very angry all the time.
Oh, of course.
So it's one of those, they don't want to anger those specific parents because it's a headache and a half.
Yeah.
Like, it's a headache and a half to deal with them completely.
Which is dumb in of itself, but like that's just a them problem.
It's dumb, but it's a them problem, and it's one of those, we have to tread carefully and we can't celebrate everything because of that.
Yeah.
And it's a shame because like when I was doing it, I would really have liked to touch on everybody's that was in the classroom. Mm-hmm. Because I like everybody's culture. And I wanted to share everybody's culture. Because like I do a shitload of research before I actually do these things. Yeah. Or like enough for the basics. Because like I can't do everything.
Yeah.
So like it's enough for like the gist and the basics. And like I was told, oh, you can't technically do that because you're gonna make a lot of people that are not that angry. And I'm like, Well, that's unfair because I really want to like share this with everybody because it's a really neat culture.
Mm-hmm. Also, yeah, they do. But you wouldn't believe.
Yeah, it like you wouldn't believe. Like if I talk about the Day of the Dead and I don't acknowledge and say that it doesn't it shouldn't change your beliefs because not everybody believes in the Day of the Dead. Like they don't believe in remembering someone will keep them alive in the afterworld
Mm-hmm.
kind of thing. So it's like that's the Day of the Dead culture. And a lot of people do not believe in that. So when I talk about it, I will get angry letters from parents because I'm indoctrinating them into some other culture, and it's like I am not. I am sharing.
That's the whole thing too. We even
I,
had like a huge debacle about I remember it was like 8th grade, I believe, 8th or 7th grade, one of the two,
uh-huh.
that we actually were gonna get like a sex education course or like a little lesson in our sciences about sex education. But
Yeah.
the problem with that is that of course everyone and their fucking mother were just going to be like you can't teach my kid this, that this and this is not your responsibility, or I don't want my kid learning about gross things, or this and this, and
Yeah.
it's like yeah, it's not the school's responsibility, but yet you as the parent, when the fuck are you gonna do it? So so what they
Honestly.
yeah, so what they did as a solution, which in retrospect was kind of like dumb, but I get why they did it, is that they just like sent the kids with a waiver saying that hey, I'm going to learn a sex education course, or I'm going to learn about like the sciences and the anatomy behind it or whatever, and that I need my parent to sign it.
Oh, yeah, that's what we had too when we had the sex education course.
Yeah.
They someone with a waiver, and really, it wasn't even like a sex education course. It was like a health class,
Yeah, that's
quote
what it was. It
unquote.
was a health class. Well, all we did was just like learn what like this is what the fallopian tube does. This is what a urethra is. This is how a baby is made or whatever. It was never anything like
Helpful.
yeah, it was nothing helpful.
I was like, thanks. I
I
already
mean,
know this.
it was still helpful because I bet you like 75% of the class did not know what the fuck a certain
Yeah.
anatomy was, or what, or even how babies were made. So it's like, yeah.
Yeah. So it's one of those things where if they wanted to do like a celebration or stuff like that, it would have to be the waiver thing, and even
Mm-hmm.
then they'd still have to but like for the waiver thing, it's unfortunate because if the kid doesn't remember to bring it in, they get sent to another room because you didn't get permission to be there.
Exactly.
And like that's the waiver problem.
That, yeah.
Whereas like the other one is just simple because you're including everybody, even if they don't celebrate it, they can still technically have some of the stuff.
Mm-hmm.
We just won't call it like anything like a Christmas party or anything like that. It'll be called like a winter celebration, quote unquote.
Exactly. Yeah. That's what we have been doing in the end too. Like I remember later years, it wasn't ever Christmas party or this party. It was just like a nice little class party, or like end of the year
Yeah,
party, or like a winter party and all that other stuff.
yeah. But it's one of those like I wish I was able to actually like go into other things because I know we had like specific people in the classroom, and it's like I would really like to touch upon other things. That
Yeah.
is really nice because like I was training to be an art teacher, so every culture has like really beautiful architecture and really beautiful textiles and really beautiful cultures that can be shared and explored.
It's just the parents say no fun allowed and no education allowed. I want my kid to be stupid like me.
And it's like it's upsetting because it's like I would like to share the Lunar New Year, and I would like to share like other things, but it's like and it's not only like the traditional Christians that get upset. There's a lot of people that get upset,
Yeah.
And it's one of those like you have to tiptoe very carefully, and it ends up being one of those. If I can't celebrate one culture, I celebrate none of them.
Which is funny to me because I just saw a tweet about
Yeah.
this earlier where someone brought up a tweet that was like, if you don't celebrate, and it was dealing about the Lunar New Year's and all that other stuff, where
Uh-huh.
some angry person was like, if you're not from this ethnicity or if you're not from this or this, you're not allowed to celebrate it without invitation or whatever. So don't celebrate it. And literally, some guy at the
Excuse me.
bottom, like some Asian guy, some Chinese guy at the bottom was just like, I hereby invite all of you to celebrate the Lunar New Year.
Bless that one. Bless that man.
It was like a happy anniversary to this tweet, and I'm like, yes.
But it's really upsetting to me that people don't understand that sharing a culture doesn't mean erasing your own.
Yeah, it's like you're not gonna like forget everything that you were raised up on in like one lesson. It's just gonna expand your brain a little bit more. Like just to like it's just a little window to just let you know that there's something other than your little hometown or wherever you live, your little corner of the world. And that's what I hate about like when certain people are like, no, you can't do this, and it's like, can you shut the fuck up? It's like, expand your mind, cultural hyena.
I'm so mad. I'm like livid. I'm like, I wrestled myself right now.
Yeah.
I wrestled myself because like I like sharing. Oh.
Because I fully blame too the whole I blame bigoted parents, and then I also blame like these people that are like that no, you can't participate or like partake in this because I say so and I'm part of this and therefore I don't want you people to like get in on it. And it's like, I can understand that. I can understand if certain things are not
That's another
allowed.
can of
But like
worms.
when you go to the extreme, like these stupid Tumblr people were like, you can't eat a taco because you're not Mexican. You can't eat carne asada because you're not Latino. And I'm like, huh?
Excuse me? Hello? Why? It's like a cookout. That's like nothing there.
Oh no, that was like
Was
very
that a
prominent.
thing?
It was a thing. Like, oh my god, there was
God.
like a post of like someone who was actually like, it was like a user that was like thinking about the discourse of this stupidity on Tumblr, that they asked like their dad, because like the user was Mexican and her father was Mexican, so they
Sure,
asked like,
sure.
they're like, Dad, what do you think of white people eating our food? They're like, what's wrong with it? They enjoy it. I enjoy it. It's food.
Yes. Excuse me? I'm like livid. Why would you bar somebody from a party?
It's so bad. It like
Especially like our culture shares food with everybody, so it's
I
like
know we love sharing
why
food.
we like love to invite randos to our parties. We don't even know that guy, and we just invited him to our carne asada. Do you know that guy? No.
Nah, man. We just have too much food. We gotta give it away.
Gotta give it away. We're sharing.
Oh, we're sorry, Bumble. You see? There you go. Also, that was stupid to me to begin with, because it's like, then what do you expect all the Mexican restaurants to do? What do you expect all like these like
Closed down because they're not really Mexican restaurants. I'm so mad. I'm still mad about my menudo and my enchiladas that are not even either of that.
That's the only instance that they should close down.
I hate that shit. I'm gonna botch my food, at least make it better.
Because it's like, what do you call it? It's like, you shouldn't partake in this if you're not XYZ. And it's like, okay, do you want to tell the Mexican restaurant down the street
You
that
want to give up your anime?
you want to give up your anime? You want to give up your sushi? Your fucking
I see
your
you
Chinese
partaking in that posh sushi.
You
It
want
doesn't belong to you.
I'm sorry, white person. Do you want to just eat beans on toast?
They have really good beans, though. Listen here, Hispanic. They like my beans.
No, I meant like the British beans on toast, where it's like
It looks like.
the Heinz beans on toast.
Okay, I hate to tell you this, but I eat those. I eat the pinto beans and I eat the Heinz beans and the bush baked beans. They're all delicious.
Oh no. So nice.
But just get the one that doesn't have the bacon in it, though.
Paladin.
Same.
Take us with please. Legit. That's like how Latino households are too.
Yeah, it's the same thing.
Like it's like you think all like these abuela like videos. I don't know if anyone's seen those that are like, or especially like elderly like people of color videos where they joke about "Comistes? Have you eaten? Have you eaten? Did you eat anything? Your skin and
You're
bones.
so
Here,
thin.
eat."
You're so thin. Eat more. Eat more. It's real.
It's real. It's very real.
It's the what is it? The Coco grandma.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
The grandma from Coco.
It's
like you want some.
It's like, no, thank you, Grandma. I'm full. I said, do you want some more
want more?
tamales? Yes. There you go. That's what I thought.
That's what I thought you said.
It's like you think they're joking. No, it's really.
They're not joking. And it's like I catch myself doing the same too. And I go, "You want some more?" "No, I don't want any more." "Yeah, you want more."
Yeah, you want more.
Yes, you do.
That's my house every time my cousin used to come over, and she would complain too. She's like, I can't hang out with you guys because you guys, you guys invite me, and then I always leave bloated and like ready to burst. I'm like, then you know you ate well.
Hey, nobody's coming into my house without eating.
It's like I can't afford it, but I will get you snacks. I will get you food. It's like legit.
Yeah. It's good. It's fun.
It's all good fun. But it's also because I love snacking too, so I'm just like, here, we're gonna go and eat. I blame my dad for this though. Because we complain about him too, but like I remember when when it would be his turn to like take us for the weekend or whatever, the very rare occasions, but like we would always go and eat at the places mom wouldn't allow us to go. So like we would go to like Fuddruckers, KFC, and all this other places and just eat. So more so his favorite place was Fuddruckers because it was just right next door to my tia's house. It was literally down the street. You could walk to the Fuddruckers from her house. It was so funny. So of course Fuddruckers has a lot of fucking food because it's the fucking half-pound burger, the steak fries, and then whatever toppings you wanted to put on your burger, on top of a soda and maybe a cookie at the end.
Oh, I'll eat that cookie.
So then we would just be full and dying, and then he would like take us back to Tia's house just to hang out or whatever, and then it was either chips and salsa, or whenever the fuck he would cook, it would be like his ribs with the pico de gallo and arroz amarillo and all this other stuff. So, and then every like half an hour or so, he would just be, guys, he would be like, you girls want pizza? I want pizza. And I'm like, we just ate!
We like to eat. What can I say?
You're like kind of hungry. Oh, let me order you tabbouleh, manakish, and shawarma. No, you're broke. I do not see currency. Same.
Same. It's like we're gonna eat even if I'm broke.
It's like it's exactly like when I want to cook something or try to cook something, or like like more recently, my cousin liked my tikka masala, and she loved how I do sukiyaki. So then every time it would be like, when she comes over, I'm like, you want this? You want that? Because she loves Japanese food. I'm like, I can make you it. It's easy. It's just the rice and meat, and then that's it. She's like, okay, but not too much, or else this, and this. And then we would go to Tim's, which is the little Asian market that we have here. And I'd be like, you want snacks? She's like, no. She's like, just a little bit. I'm like, okay. And I pile on the high chews, the shrimp chips, the whatever chips I can find. And
Oh
then
my god.
I would even get like the little sesame mochi, the little fried little sesame
Oh,
balls with the red
I
bean paste
love
in the middle.
those.
It's so good.
Those are my favorite.
I get hungry again. I'm actually thirsty.
I'm actually hungry. I haven't eaten. I forgot to do that before getting online.
Oh no. Was a little proud of myself that all I had was a cereal, because I'm like, ugh, I woke up late. I don't want to eat toast. Oh, that's right, I bought cereal. Yay.
I need people to share more because I still remember. I know I told this story before. I think I told the story on stream before.
Huh.
The one with the celebration of color at the
Uh,
university.
oh, was it Holly? I know what you're talking
Holly.
about. Yeah.
Yeah. That the university actually put on an event for the foreign exchange students that came in
Oh, that's
of a
right.
of a Holly event where they would throw the colored powders everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, we actually had that event and it was really, really nice, and everybody showed up to participate in it. And then we sat on the grass, like all covered in color, eating specific foods from that region.
Oh,
And I wish they did it more often.
shit. Oh my
But
god.
I think it was only for that one year because they had exchange students from that part of the world.
Oh.
Also, I don't think they were going to do it again because we did make a really big mess in the grass.
Oh wait, Bumble has a question.
Sure.
Do Latinos also do this thing where, like, if you're having a big family hangouts, all the ladies enter the kitchen to help the mom and grandma cook, and we say we're only there to help, but we're actually in the kitchen to also talk the. Yes, absolutely.
Yes. It's chisme. That's chisme hours.
That is literally every end of
I
the.
like myself a good chisme. I do that even when not.
That's literally us between the hours of 6 p.m. and 2 a.m.
It's just chisme.
It's just chisme hours.
It's just chisme hours.
I know.
We're doing stuff, but we're also chisme. But yeah, that's very much how it is.
It's like yeah, it's every. That's not even during family hangouts. That's just like every dinner for us when we're preparing it.
Oh, definitely.
Like when we would have my grandma over for, and especially during the end of the year, because we have to help her make tamales. We have to fucking
Oh,
help
the
her,
fat boy tamales.
the really fat nakatamales, yeah.
Oh, yes, the 3 tamales in one.
But since it's a process, everyone has to have a station. So she would be like either making the masa, the filling for it, and then someone else would be prepping the pork that goes in it. Someone would be chopping vegetables, and then it would always be like well, I stay in my room because like I don't want onions like assaulting my eyes. So like, but yeah.
Alright.
But every other time when we would be asked to help, we would like sit there and everyone would just talk shit.
Just fucking love it. That's a Tuesday for us.
That's a normal Tuesday. What the hell happened to my thing? Oh,
You know?
copy.
It's really fun.
I think that's just like a thing we've been doing for ages too, because someone also mentioned like what do you call it? Like, I don't, what was the post? It's had something to do with like you know, like how the Puritans would be like churning butter or whatever. And someone was like, I don't know how these old-timey ladies did it while churning butter. I can't do anything without listening to a podcast or music for 3 hours. And someone was like, what do you think they did all day? They sat around telling their own stories and talking shit. It was the gossip butter circle hour.
What happened? It's the gossip circle hour while you're making food.
Exactly.
I think this should be the gossip circle hour.
The gossip circle. It always is a gossip circle hour. You tuning in? Give us stories. Oh no, that's like a vicious quote. Oh no. It was the one with Gandalf and the other actor being like an old gay couple in a UK flat. The one that I showed you? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And they brought what's his face from Game of Thrones to be like their young hip sexy room neighbor upstairs.
Oh no.
So like they accidentally invited him to a wake and they're like they're like just being like their own little circle, but like the guy's just being polite, like listening to all the old people talk. And they're just like trying to flirt with him too, which is also very awkward. So then he went to the kitchen to go make tea. He's like, excuse me, I hear the kettle's empty, here I go. And, and all the old people were like, he's very strange, isn't he? And he's like, it's like, what is it with young people these days? I know, interact, engage with the conversation. And it's just like, I don't know, my dude.
Oh man, that reminds me.
Huh.
You like awoken up an old family story that I had.
Share it.
Cause like our family is like full of people from different cultures. So we have a distant relative, a distant tío, who is married to one of our tías, and he is Muslim.
Oh.
And my dad was telling me a story about how they went to a wake. Like the whole family went to a wake.
Yeah.
And this tío was really confused why everybody was sad, and he told my dad, we celebrate with a party. Like the passing and stuff, we celebrate with a party.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to remember if my dad told him, oh, that's after this. Because we hold part, like, because in our culture, like, well, for my family, I don't know if it's like that for everybody, but we go to the funerals and then we go to somebody's house and throw a party.
To be fair, that's exactly what we did for my grandpa's passing, because like we had like the whole open casket wake and stuff, and it was just very emotional for all of us because he was like the patriarch of the family, you know?
Yeah.
The fucking leaving behind 5 kids and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
a lot.
6.5 grandchildren. So it was like, yeah, it was really impactful for us. So it was a very, very sad wake because a lot of people knew my grandpa too. And then when we came back after the funeral, it was all okay, fucking party at my tío's house. The one who has money, everyone party over at his house.
That's what happened though. That's what happened for us though, because like we technically are supposed to have the party at the deceased person's house.
Yeah.
So like that's what we did, is that especially with, like when my grandfather died, we went to his house to throw like a fat party. And that's what I remembered because it's funny.
Well, I know we did it at my uncle's house because like if we went to where my grandma and grandpa were living at the time, it would not fit everyone. She was living in one of the slumlord apartments that my aunt put us in.
Oh no!
So
Little ones. What was it? Except for my grandma. My grandma was the funny. My grandma's was funny wake. Because like we were just sitting there just like yucking it up at her funeral because like we didn't have an open casket.
Yeah.
She like because she wanted to be cremated. She got like the special permission from like a priest and everything to be cremated.
Mm-hmm.
So she it wasn't a casket because she was already cremated. So she was sitting in this ornate box. She was sitting in this ornate box and it was like set on a pedestal in the middle of the floor and we were like, what do we do? This is the first cremated funeral we've been to. What do we do?
Oh no.
And we were just like yucking it up. Yeah, we were yucking it up, and then they were going, "Grandma would have wanted it this way," and then we accidentally let like curse words slip, and we're like, "Sorry, Grandma."
Sorry. No,
we like raised our hands, going, "Sorry, Grandma," and we had her like living friends in stitches because it was just me, my brother, and my 2 cousins that were just like going on and on.
No, you have to share the mountain story.
wait, one more. And then we were like, okay, let's take a like for some reason we were taking photos with the ornate box that had our grandma's ashes in it. And we were like, okay, let's all take a photo. One family first, because it was her 2 daughters, right? So like my grandma's 2 daughters, which is my mom and her sister. So we were taking separate family photos, and we went to the family photo. We were standing behind the box, and we're like, wait a minute, what are we supposed to do? Are we supposed to look sad and mournful at the box, or are we supposed to smile? So we were just taking photos of the box. I was like, Grandma would have wanted it this way, I suppose. I don't know what's going on.
My face.
And then my brother was in charge of photoshopping my grandma's portrait in front of the mountains of Montana. Because like she loved Montana because she went there and she lived there for a few years and she wanted to go back, but she never got the chance. So we were photoshopping her face, her portrait, in front of the mountains of Montana. And I was watching him do it, and I go, okay, now make her smaller and put her on the mountain. So we photoshopped her smaller, and it was one of those when she was really happy. She had like her arms raised or in a sitting position or something. And we photoshopped her smaller, and we stuck her on the top of the mountain, and we were like, hee hee hee. And we were just like dying. We were wheezing. And then we took it off, and we put it back like we just like took the layer off. And we put back like the traditional one. And my mom came into the room and she was like, how are you doing with the picture? Oh yeah, we finished it. Look how nice it is. And she looks at it and goes, oh cool, what else? And we're like, what do you mean what else? We put it on the mountain, what else? And we flipped it real fast to the mountain picture. And she hits us and goes, you're having fun with your grandma?
All you needed to do is like get like the sun in the back of the mountain and just make her like the Teletubby sun. Like, oh no, Grandpa.
No, Grandma. It was the funniest thing.
I have to read what Bumble says, and then I'm gonna share a story that is very bad about my... Oh my god!
It was the funniest and the funniest wake up we've ever been to.
Reminds me of my fave thing to do whenever I went to Algeria as a kid. It's just with the other ladies because they were embroidering. That how it be. That how it be. Oh no. It's like,
Oh no!
it's just one of those, like, never let your family be in charge of anything. Because you know what happened for my fucking grandpa's thing? We did, like, the photo montage, I guess? The little photo video montage?
Sure.
To show, like, just, like, to show at, like, the entrance and, like, during the wake. But my uncle was in charge of it or whatever, and then I guess to make me feel included or something, he's like, what should we put on for music for the video or whatever? It's like, you know a lot about, you know, like, certain songs or whatever. Can you, like, give me a track suggestion? This dumbass asked
Bad idea.
a 16-year-old in the peak of her anime phase, the peak
Bad
of her
idea.
Naruto phase, and you know what I suggested to put as the wake video?
Oh, bad idea.
The fucking sad flute from Naruto.
Did they play it?
Wait, I wonder if I can find it now.
Did they play it?
They played it. They played the sad Naruto music. So I didn't think that they would take it because, like, they're like, oh, just give me a few suggestions. I'm like, okay, here you go. I know I like this one because it makes me really sad and emotional. But I thought I did it with good intentions. Looking back on it now, it was like, oh no. Oh no.
No.
So I gave him other few suggestions, like actual classical music or whatever. But no, the one he went with, and you could just hear it blaring through the funeral home, was the Naruto soundtrack.
No.
And it's just like, yes, this is what he would have wanted.
No.
So it's
I don't know
like,
what to tell you.
oh my god. It's just like,
Oh no.
I said it with good intentions, but looking back on it as an adult now is like cringe, extra cringe.
I mean, fair. At least you didn't give him the intro songs.
At least I didn't give him I
You
didn't
gave
give
him the sad mom one clip ones.
I didn't give him a what's the one? Ikemonogatari's Bluebird.
Oh no! You should
Okay,
feel
I'm
ashamed. You're gonna take that to your grave.
I might as well, because like after it wasn't until recent years that I thought about it and I was like, ugh! It's like a stake to the heart.
You felt your soul escaping.
It's just like, ugh. I'm like that old man picture having a heart attack. That's me.
Oh no.
Oh my god, it was so bad. It was a lovely wake.
It was so lovely. The flute matched perfectly with his death.
I did. It was so sad. Such a very sad wake. Looks like my bluebird. Oh yes, you did it. Oh.
That's not the one that you're supposed to work on, Kelly. That's a secret.
Oh, it's a secret. Damn it. Okay, I'll work on the.
You're supposed to be working on your Fae one.
I should. I forget. What was the canvas size again, Panda?
It doesn't matter. It's a 10 by 10, dude.
A 10 by 10. Okay.
I just make them into square. I just do them into squares. That way they fit in the Instagram post.
That is true. That is true.
Learn my lesson.
Crying. At least it's. Aoi, aoi, no sora.
Oh no.
Where's my canvas thing? Change canvas size. I'm giggling too much. I can't hold my tablet pen right.
Still trying to shade my Mexican restaurant Coliseum. I don't think my shading works for this. It's dramatic. It's hard edged.
It's hard-edged.
It's hard-edged.
I'ma at least finish the bed markings, and then I will work on the... What was another sad Naruto song? I'm trying to remember them now.
I don't know, I just hear the flute now. Didn't they use the flute for everything?
Not necessarily. Oh no, it's...
We were talking about Naruto yesterday, and now YouTube is like recommending me a bunch of scenes that I did not watch.
It's listening.
It's listening to me. Spies. It's like you didn't finish watching it? What a travesty. You want to watch Pain's battle with Kakashi? No, not really. Yes, you do.
Yes, you do. You want to see the Pain arc all over again? You want to see this fucking smear animation that everyone keeps making fun of to this day? Sure you do.
I kind of do, because I like when an animation does it. I want to see the smear animation. But I don't want to sit through like 10 episodes waiting for it. I already did that, and never again.
Ready to never again.
Yes. Remember? It was Hidan's death took like 5 episodes. That's 5 episodes too long because of all the Mamon clips. It was like, oh, but this one's dying. You have to learn their backstory now.
Oh no.
Not Hidan's backstory. Asuma's backstory.
Asuma's backstory. the side character.
The side character.
That's just leaving behind a baby mama. It's true. It's true.
It's true. She left behind a baby mama.
What are your inquiries, Bumble? Oh no.
Oh no. It depends, because like I saw parts and then I skipped ahead because of my... This tutorial is too long.
It also depends because I am a masochist and sat through all 500 manga chapters and a majority of the anime, so...
Tutorial's too long. I skipped ahead.
I skipped ahead. I just asked my friend what the fuck happened.
Exactly. It's because I skipped ahead to like Hidan Kakuzu and then I stopped watching.
Fair. I did the same for all the Orochimaru clips, all the Orochimaru appearances.
And then we watched a clip for Boruto, and the fight animation's really jank. Not jank, but like really slow.
Yeah, it's not the same.
It doesn't hold the same weight. I kind of miss the old ones now.
Right after. Go for it. Yeah, no, because, like, I did the same for, like... I sat through, like, all the canon parts in the first, pre-Shippuden Naruto. Because that one was a lot easier to follow along. When Shippuden hit, it all went to shit.
Definitely. Shippuden. Knee slapper.
Yeah, boy. But yeah. And then all the... I swear to God, the Shippuden was just Kishimoto going like, oh shit, I only have a certain amount of chapters to put into the story. I need to focus on the side characters now. And then bullshit my way through the lore in the last 100 chapters of the story.
Mad.
Never mind that I have to have a plot being moved along.
It should have been called Sasuke.
It should have been called Sasuke. The joke everyone kept saying.
It's not even a joke at this point. You know, I still don't understand, because we watched like clips from Boruto.
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand their concept anymore, because like their concept was like the whole cheating thing. You can't use quote-unquote scrolls to enhance your power or whatever, but they use scrolls all the time.
But they do use scrolls. It's a matter of like...
They use scrolls all the time.
I know,
it's not
but
technically
like,
cheating, it's the same thing.
No, it was only cheating because it's like those were like instant ninjutsus that he didn't have to train for. Because like the whole like
let's do this. It's easier now to be a ninja. Hot damn.
Right?
Like,
That's what
why?
that's what the product was. It was like the whole bender versus non-bender thing for Korra, I guess.
It's the exact same one, except it's done even worse.
Yeah, it's done even worse because, oh, here's a kid who is born from not so much talent, but like hardworking, because Naruto did have to work hard to get where he is, supposedly. Debatable, but
Sure,
sure.
sure.
Yeah,
No,
it's debate.
technically he did because he had to train with Jiraiya.
Yep, he trained with
And
Jiraiya, and he
so like he did work. He technically did work hard to get where he was. Technically, quote
technically,
unquote. Really
but
real.
yeah, he trained with Asani. He like got like top tier training, but in the matters of like becoming Hokage, it's like I guess he
But
did
yeah,
work hard. He worked
he
hard
did.
too.
But
Yeah, Boruto.
yeah, but like it's one of those I don't technically understand because they use scrolls all the time anyway.
But it's also they use scrolls for like the more what do you call it? Like summoning contracts and the scrolls in regards to like uh closed off ninjutsu, like almost secret jutsus and stuff like that.
So
Like,
it's one of those. Why don't you just ban the researcher?
right? Well, it's like why are you approving this researcher in the first place? I never understood that.
It's like they're doing something that you clearly don't like, that nobody clearly likes. Why are you keeping him around? Plot.
Plot.
Keeping him around for plot.
Oh, wait. You know what it is? I could be
What
wrong, but I'm remembering it wasn't just that he was
was the
researching.
plot?
He also made the video games everyone was all the new tuning next generations were playing. That's what happened. That's why he's still getting funding because he makes video games.
I hope you feel my disappointment.
Oh yeah. You can just see the funny face seething.
I am very disappointed. Thanks.
I hate it. Thanks.
Thanks. An avocado.
An avocado. Thanks.
I really hate it though.
It's so bad.
Like I'm all for like that kind of a story arc with like the bender versus non-bender, but they did it so poorly in both shows.
Of course. Like, Jesus Christ. It's like Korra did it okay, but then they stopped. It's like they dropped that plotline entirely.
They did, and it's so upsetting that they did. Because it was a good plotline, it was a decent plotline, and they were going somewhere with it, and then all of a sudden it just went it died in the water, and then they were like, oh, you know what? They weren't impressed all along. Ha ha ha, you boy! And then they just continued on with their lives, and I'm like, hello?
Oh, the Avatar fixed it. Well, I guess we'll take it to gospel. Yeah.
The Avatar didn't even fix shit. They were just the people just were like, oh no, our
leader is a fraud.
Our leader is a fraud? Question mark? I guess we weren't depressed all along. And then they dropped it completely, and I'm like, hell, excuse me?
That's exactly what happened.
And that's why I don't watch Korra.
Oh no, I had to watch it, the rest of it.
Oh, I'm not watching that garbage. You ruined it. An abysmal show.
Jumping.
It's going back. I'm going back to the original.
You know what it is too? A lot of people were like trying to defend the whole, oh, they dropped it because they didn't know they were going to be renewed for a second season. And it's like, okay, but they could have like segued like in the second season.
They could have continued the same thing in the second season, just with somebody else.
Like legit, but no, they went and did instead this what do you call it? Sorry, my ears itchy. They did, what was the second season even about? Spirits?
Something about the spirit gates. I don't remember.
There you go.
And it's like, I don't care for this. I wanted the bender non-bender thing because it was a neat new aspect.
It was, and they were doing it good so far and showing that like benders started gangs to like exploit the non-benders.
Mm-hmm.
Because capitalism, yeah.
Yeah, boy, capitalism. Jumping. But like they didn't go with it, and it's like, and then they retconned a lot of the stuff from the first series.
Of course, 500% they did.
And then it was revealed that they didn't actually think too hard about the setting, because the only reason it was a steampunk setting was because one of the creators really wanted to have a steampunk setting.
Mm-hmm. Never mind, like, cultural references or, like, taking inspiration again like they did in the...
I mean, they technically did, and it still looked nice. It was just done poorly.
Yeah.
And it's like, this... No offense to people that actually like The Ugly Show.
No offense, but your show sucks.
Basically, yes. No offense, but I don't like it. No offense, full offense, I don't like it.
No offense, full offense. Sorry.
Sorry.
But
no offense,
no,
but full offense, I don't like it. I'm glad you all like it, but I don't like it.
Yeah, but it's like, from a production and development standpoint, it like fell a lot. Like, the heart of the original Avatar: The Last Airbender is just not in its successor. It's really bad.
It moved way too fast. Like their movement was way too fast.
There was just no consequences to anything. Like,
everything was handed to her, and it was so upsetting to see.
Legit.
Because it's like, good to know that you don't need to work at all.
It's just... ugh.
And your bad guys are watered down ketchup bottles. Especially the last one.
This is so
Thanks. Bad. Thanks. Just hissing horribly.
No, it's just still funny to me because, like, people are like, I don't know.
I'm lumping it in with SU.
A what?
I'm lumping it in with SU.
It's true! That's exactly another fucking example of, like, a thing with no consequences at all. And with, like, a shitty storyline where, like, the character always has to be included in the plot, never mind, like, there's other forces at work, but no, you have to keep the camera on Korra and Steven the entire time, and it's like, can you not?
I hate it. I'm gonna go back to the original one.
It's same.
It's got better jokes.
It's
more lighthearted. It's got a better storyline.
It does. It touches on heavy lessons too a lot better too. Like, when you watch it now with, like, as a full realized adult, and you look back on that show and it's like, oh, this is, like, a really good, like, allegory to, like, how war really is. Like, holy shit.
Like, they did good on it.
They did. They did phenomenal work, and I'm just sad that its successor was not as good.
And I remember being really excited.
Same! I was super excited for Korra. I was like, hell yeah, we're getting another Avatar. And then that shit happened. I'm like, oh, it's not good.
It's not good.
It's not good.
Thanks. It's fun to make fun of it, though.
Same with SU.
Yeah. Though I kind of like...
And it's sad.
I bury that show. I will beat that horse until it's gone. Until it disintegrates. I really hate that show.
It's just more sad because it's like, visually, it was okay. I can see what they were going, and I actually did enjoy some character designs, some setting designs, and the soundtrack, or at least what Avi and Surashu did, was phenomenal.
Korra?
No, in SU.
Oh! I'm still gonna beat that dead horse, but yes, I agree.
Yeah,
like, the visuals and some of the music was really nice.
And then they just had to ruin it with, like, their shitty writing.
Oh, their writing was bad. It's because they don't have any structure. They didn't have any structure.
No,
like, they had the basics, but they didn't have ground rules, and they always changed. Every time the writer switched, the ground rules always changed. And I was like, you're supposed to have an outline for these people.
Legit.
Where is your outline?
Where's your outline, sugar?
And then they didn't have an outline because they quote unquote wanted everybody to have a say, and it's like that's not how you do it.
That's not how a show is supposed to run. You make your setting or whatever. And I really hate the way one of the writers or something helped or whatever. They were like trying to excuse their shit writing and like why aren't we seeing more of Homeworld? What is the big deal with Homeworld? Homeworld, what's the deal? And they're like, well, we're just building up to that. It's called world building. And it's like, I don't want to learn any more about like the 9 people on this island where Steven lives anymore. I want to learn about the rest of the world. Like, Jesus Christ.
No, but let's have another episode focused around Lars. Mad?
It's like, look, guys, representation. That's great. This character is still shitty. I don't care. What's the rest of the story about? It's like, no, don't you see? He made a cute little... he can bake and does a cute little ube roll cake. It's like, I don't fucking care.
He's redeemed.
He's redeemed. You're right.
He's redeemed because he made a cake.
Wow.
Wow.
It's like, you see, guys, our shitty asshole character actually has a heart. It's like, that's great. He brings nothing to the table. What's next?
Oh, but don't forget there is legitimate world building. 3 seconds at the end of the show.
And even that's not world building.
Back. Ha ha ha.
That explained nothing.
I'm legitimately upset at it, and they tried to excuse it, going, "Oh, it's because you're watching the story backwards." Like, you have to acknowledge that we're telling the story backwards, and it's like, I've seen stories that are told backwards, and they're told better.
Legit. Oh my god.
Like, it's not because they're telling the story backwards, it's because you're very bad at telling the story backwards.
You're very bad at showing the story. Just like, you don't even show and tell. You don't even tell. Oh my god. It's like,
you just like allude and then let the fans fill in for them.
Legit. It's like the fans did all the heavy work, and that's why it works so well, because Sugar can't write for shit. Their writers couldn't write, or whenever they did try to, it was because, like, I don't know what happened during that production. I really hope that there's like some kind of like horror stories of working on that show or something, because like nothing adds up. Absolutely nothing adds up.
I hate that show. I liked it at the start.
It's like
I realized I liked it at the start.
Yeah.
Until I realized they were never going to show anything other than that. And it's like, where is the actual world building? Where are you hiding it? Exactly. Why should I hate these diamonds? Because they take over planets? Why are they taking over planets? You don't know either? Well, yeah. I guess that solves that. Oh boy. I guess that's it. But why?
It's like
there has to be some. It's what? It's because they're bad people. I guess
they're just bad people. Wow, they're just dictators or whatever. They're just space Hitlers.
But why?
You know what? We're gonna give them a pat on the back because they were grieving. It's like,
and they're sorry, and it's like, sure, but why? Why were they taking over all these planets? Was there something better? No. There was something better. Then why are we forgiving them? Question mark, question mark. They destroyed planets for nothing?
It's almost as if you need to plan out your characters beforehand.
Because, like, the fandom came up with a lot of really valid things. Why that they were doing what they were doing.
They already predicted, like, the twist in season 1, or what was deemed as season 1.
Well, yeah, but like, what I'm talking about is like when people were like trying to see if they were going to reveal why the diamonds were taking over planets, and they had like an array. They had a huge array of like headcanons and theories and stuff like that, and none of them happened. And the only thing that happened was they were just doing it just to do it. Was like, that's not a valid story.
Yeah, no. Welcome back, Bumble.
Welcome back. And it's like, I hate to tell you, but your story's bad. I had fever dreams with better plotline.
I had nightmares with better plotline. With better structure.
My perilous demons had better plotline. My sleep perilous demons.
It's true. It's true.
I hate it.
And I'm just so sad at like the fans too that are like still a bunch of diehards that they're trying to like grasp onto the fact that it's like such a good show, the pinnacle of animation, and I'm like, no.
When you say the pinnacle of animation and you only bring up two examples of it and they're both not done by the crew, y'all are bad.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Y'all are doing something bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are. Because, like, when people are going, oh, it's the pinnacle of animation, and they only bring up two instances, and both of them were done by... One of them was done by James Baxter, and the other one was done by... Who was the other one?
I don't remember, but it was a Japanese animator that came onto the show for, like, a guest animator.
A guest animator for, like, that one Spinel scene.
No, not even. It was the Spinel scene, the scene of Lapis leaving again, and
the butterfly one, wasn't it?
Yes, yeah, the Stevani episode. There you go.
Sure. Okay, so if they only brought up like those specific scenes, it's not a good show, my dude.
It's not. And then, not to mention, like, this was a pioneering show of its time, and it's like, okay, I'll give you that, but also... don't call it good representation because it's not.
You know, it's a pioneering show of its time. It was Dinosaurs, that puppet sitcom.
It's true. It's true. But you know damn well they're not gonna watch that. Like,
of course not. That was a pioneering show of its time and had like ideas that were not shown in sitcoms.
Mm-hmm.
Like the only thing that I give it is like the Ruby and Sapphire, and that's basically it.
And even then, that wasn't even good because like a lot of the I don't know. From what I've seen from Steven Universe, I am fully convinced that Sugar is like a butch phobe or something or other. It's same with the fandom because like,
yes, that's right. Because like they were always on Lapis's side.
Yeah.
When it was like proven that she was an aggressor as well.
Yeah.
And they excused it, and it's like you can't excuse that. It doesn't make you more valid because you turned into an aggressor. That just makes you a shitty person.
Legit.
There's a way to grow from trauma, and that's not it.
But Panda, she's petite uwu depression. She
I
has depression.
will slap you. I will. I'm gonna find you a little more. Mad? I'm gonna go to Florida.
Thank you, Bumble. You get it. Yeah. It's just funny because it's like, but the show is so great because the visuals are great, the animation's great. No, it's not. It's fucking not. Like, and even if it was great, it wasn't done by the studio themselves. It was outsourced. So it's like, pick another gold point.
It was outsourced. It was outsourced, and people were blaming the outsourced for like the choppiness of it, or like when they're not on model, and it's like that's not it either.
That's not it. You want to know who to blame? The fucking storyboarders that can't keep on model. They're just doing the in betweens. They're
because
just doing
like
what
they got it's because they got the same studio that was doing other types of anime, and there's like a weird difference between the animes that they were doing that were really nice and Steven Universe.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like something is wrong here, and I don't think it's the outsourced animators.
It's almost as if you should blame the people that sent out the work.
Basically. Though I'm really mad how they treated Jasper in the whole series.
Oh, of course.
And then how they treated the other yellow one that I don't remember the name to, and I don't care to.
Topaz?
The one with Blue Stewie.
Topaz.
Yeah. They brought her in just for like a little tiny segment and then never went anything with her either.
Legit. Good
And I was like,
evening. Hello. Afternoon or good morning. Yeah, good day. Good day overall. In that case, I would direct people to a very good video done by Robo Buddies called Steven Universe Rant. She explains the story.
This is not a trend. I genuinely hate the show. No, I really have a lot of concerns with the show. And like some parts of it are good, but a lot of the parts I want to take a bat to.
I'll have to look that up because I also saw like a very good rant by someone too, but they like shared a lot of valid points and a lot more in depth about the development of like what went on with the crew and stuff and such.
Okay, so then I have to do that one because like
yeah,
I didn't watch any shows. I just came to my own conclusions, and I know what my conclusions are. I'm mad at the story.
It's true though, because like a lot of people hated Steven Universe for the wrong reasons too, and
this is not one of those reasons.
Yeah, it's not one of those reasons, but like I can see how the trend started because that show had such a rabid fandom. It's not even funny. Like if you talk shit about it, these people would like jump on your throat, and it was like super.
And then you had people attacking people who liked Jasper, and you had people attacking people who had like Lapis.
Oh yeah, they were like cannibals among themselves. It was just like really, really bad fandom wise. Like that fandom was like the most toxic thing you could walk into.
And that's why we didn't. Well, technically, that's why I didn't draw anything for that fandom, because it was like, I'm not touching this.
I like started drawing things a little too late, but like even then, all I did was like screen redraws. Like when Yellow Diamond dropped during that one new.
Oh yeah.
The new opening or whatever. When that dropped, I just drew that and just like whatever. I didn't draw much.
When I say like I hate the thing though, it's because of the story and then the mismatch of everybody's designs.
Oh yeah.
The off-modelness and everything like that. It has nothing to do with like the actual. Well, yeah, it does have to do with the content because they're bad at writing.
Yeah, it's like, the writing was bad. The animation was wonky at best.
But like, this show would have been good.
It could have been.
It could have been good if like some of the stuff was fixed and some of the stuff was not in their first draft, because that's what it feels like.
Mm-hmm.
And like they kept retconning what was what, and it's like you need to establish what it was and keep to your guns that this is what it is. There's no back talking. There's no but it's also this, but it's also this, it might be this.
It's like, make up your mind, we got a show to run.
And then it's like the thing that got me the most though is that their whole thing about shattering is the end all be all. Like, you cannot come back from shattering. The end. If you're shattered, that's it. That in itself was terrible because they retconned it in Steven Universe Future.
Oh.
And said, but you can come back from shattering. Ha! Everything was like a fake. Hoo-hoo. There was no actual danger at all. And it's like, that's the final nail in the coffin. You're a terrible show. Like, you're an awful show.
Steven Universe Shippuden just shattered everything for Panda. It's like, there's no redeeming the show at all. That's it. This writing is shit.
Like, I gave it the chance and I hate it so much. And I hated how he treated trauma. Like, how they treated trauma was like another final nail in the coffin. Because it was like, I'm mad. I'm like livid of what they did to the original Pink Pearl.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is why we can't talk about Steven Universe.
I'm like shaking my table right now. You can't see me shake it, but I'm like mad. I'm like literally upset because like I hate what they did, how they treated Pink Pearl's trauma, and the nickname that they gave her. The nickname that they gave her.
Let's call the victim of physical abuse volleyball because you smack her around.
So I'm like literally upset. I'm like standing up from my desk because they called her volleyball, an abuse victim. They called her volleyball because Rose hit her that one time, and she's like, haha, Steven's just haha, volleyball. That's your name now. And I'm like,
you see. Wait, I had to read your previous thing because I'm like laughing too hard at Panda's rage.
I'm like, fucking literally upset. I'm like shaking my desk and standing up. I hate the show with a passion.
Narrative issues.
And I will get the bat out and I will drag the horse out onto the beach and I will beat it again. Because this show is the bane of my existence. Ugh.
It's not even that, because like Rebecca didn't even write half of the episodes that were in this show too, because
I'm so like livid.
Like legit, she didn't even direct half of her episodes either. So it's like there's just like a lack of supervision overall in this story, and it's like she did not like stand up or whatever for like just to keep things in check. That's the thing that we're angry about. I may be wrong, maybe she probably did have like some producer conflicts or conflicts with the producers, but like overall it's just like we feel like it's a lack of leadership in the show because it's so disorganized in what it wants to tell, what its structure was as like plot setting and stuff. But like, yeah,
I'm so mad. They wasted Connie's potential.
Yes,
she was just there as a love interest and nothing more. They gave her role, like I am so livid because I know for a fact, or not know for a fact, but like I feel in my heart, in my deepest heart, that the Lars, that the thing that they gave to Lars, that he died and became a space pirate or whatever the fuck he became, that was supposed to be for Connie.
Oh, def.
But they gave it to Lars because Lars is Sugar's favorite character, and I'm like, listen here.
It's just Naruto.
Even if it's your favorite, yeah, I know, it's like even if it's your favorite character, that doesn't make it okay to put aside your already established main character, Connie.
Legit.
For Lars, the character that nobody technically liked until like you quote unquote redeemed him. Fucking abysmal.
I will argue that people did like Lars, but it's also like they did like him more Lars until a little after like the Halloween episode, I want to say, with like the whole... I don't even
remember the episodes anymore. I pushed a lot of them out of my mind's eye.
It was the one where they went into the spooky lighthouse and Reynaldo was there too.
That one.
Yeah.
Okay, yes, like yeah, everybody liked him for... No, not really.
No,
because that's the one where they bullied Ronaldo, didn't they?
Yeah, it was to show that like Lars was a shitty person, essentially.
Yeah.
But for some reason, everyone
backfired and everybody loved him.
Because it's so I don't know. I don't know what these fans like. Ideal like. I don't know what their thought process is. I really don't. But it's like one of those like hee hee ooh woo soft asshole boy. I'm going to put him in my pocket because he's like really. It's one of those I can fix him kind of characters. And it's like you don't want that, honey. You don't want that. Like you really don't.
Legitimately upset.
It's okay, Paul.
It's okay. I'm like, I'm like ready to scream because like this is why we can't talk about Steven Universe, because like I'll go on a 5-hour rant about this dumb show because I sat through the whole thing.
Oh yeah, you sat through it with me.
I sat through it with you through the whole thing, and I have opinions. I have very strong opinions about this show and how it was made and how the story was, and it's like this story is garbo. It could have been better. It had a neat concept and it could have been better.
It really could have been better because like, and this is coming from someone who was a fan for the longest until like the last few seasons, because I was getting tired of like how they released episodes. I was getting tired of how they did like the whole Stephen bomb thing and then added nothing to the fucking plot, and it was just so fucking irritating. It was like
Told you.
absolutely
Told you it was
abysmal.
bad.
And then
And
Steven
then how
Universe Future and the movie came out, and we're like, oh, this is gonna be bad.
and then they were like, Pink Diamond isn't a good person. I said she wasn't a good person, but I didn't say she was bad. And it's like, shut up. Shut up. Shut up and just show the show. I hate you. I hate this dancing around the bush thing. You either do it or you don't do it.
That was another thing. The lore wasn't even in their own fucking show. It was in tweets and comic panels. That's what it was.
Listening to these things. Like, show it in your show or don't show it at all. It didn't happen.
Legit.
I want you to stop JK Rowling this and show it. God.
Stop JK Rowling all over the floor laughing.
JK Rowling. I'm so mad. They didn't do anything with any of the characters. They just like had it for like one season and then, oh no! You know what we need? Another episode about Pearl and her fixation with Rose. Thanks.
Even though we've wrapped this up like 3 times already.
You know what's even better? Like, I know that's in the last episode, Steven was like really adamant that he wasn't his mom, and then he finally like approved that. He's like, oh yeah, I am me, I am my own. You know, it'd be nice if we had 10 more episodes like that. And then focus Future on it too.
It's just so fucking funny.
I am livid. I am really livid. Look at everything that you missed. Haha, the interesting plot points of the characters moving on without you, Steven. Don't you want to know what they did? No, I don't. I don't care. Steven probably cares because he's a busybody, but I don't care.
Which is such a
I wanted to know what happened with the diamonds. Like, why are they doing this? Why did they suddenly stop? Because you're their little child now? What's going on?
You're their missing little sister family.
Everybody accepts you now because you're a fusion of your mom now? I thought everybody hated fusion. What happened? They suddenly changed their mind because family was involved?
Yes, absolutely. Don't you know?
Interesting. That's how it works, huh?
That's how it works, Panda. Don't you know? Just how it works that Steven became like this busybody, or like what was the complex that they named it? I can't remember.
I don't know. I don't care.
The Atlas complex, where he's like shouldering everything on himself or whatever. Like
why not?
He has the need to like
I would have accepted his trauma and conflict of being the Atlas conflict thing if they showed it since season 1.
Right.
But they weren't. They weren't showing it, and the only thing that Chase showed was like, oh, maybe your mom, and your mom was a horrible person, and Steven was like, no, I'm not a horrible person. And it's like, you could show more than that, right? You can do more than just that.
It's like, I'm not my mom.
It's like it's like if you never had trauma at all and you didn't actually like talk to people that had trauma, how would they react?
Sugar pitched an episode explaining everything about the diamonds and where they came from and why they colonized C, and rejected it, and we're like, nah, it's not important. I was like, what?
That I'm really sus about that whole thing, because on
one hand
on one hand I could see it, but also I can't see it at the same time, because if Adventure Time got it greenlit of like the mushroom war thing,
that's right.
There is no reason that Sugar could not, and I think she's passing the buck.
Because it's easy to say nowadays that, oh, the producers wouldn't let me do that or whatever, but it's like, but then you have shows like Adventure Time and all these other fucking look at Gumball. They had jokes that passed. I was like, what the fuck? They allowed that?
It's like, I highly doubt, and they even have the whole other shows even before that where it showed planets getting destroyed, and they're doing this because of this reason, and they're fighting because of this reason. So it's a very highly sus that they were like, oh, we were going to show where the diamonds came from, but they rejected it. It's like,
It makes...
Is that what that is, huh?
Now it just makes me wonder why they rejected it in the first place. So it's either Sugar is lying or Sugar did something like a very stupid, too out of bounds and too like really convoluted way of showing it. Because it can't, because like, I'm like trying to think like what could possibly be like why they would say no, but knowing Sugar, it would have been an unfitting
yeah, because it's like it's very sus, because like even if they did say no, she could always like tweak it to where they will say yes.
Yeah,
because that's how all shows are. Like, you can't show this specific thing, so they're like, okay, what if I change it this way? And then they'll eventually agree and say okay. Because like they can't say, oh, we fought for Ruby and Sapphire to have different gendered clothing, and then say, oh, they told me no about the diamonds, and then I went and rolled over and went, okay. Like, that doesn't make sense.
It doesn't. Yeah, it really doesn't.
Like, so you fought for Ruby to have a dress and Sapphire to have a tuxedo, but you didn't fight for the diamonds intro.
You know, the important thing of your plot.
The important thing of your plot, so that either tells me that you're lying, or you had something really questionable that they didn't allow.
Because like even some things that did make it in the show are a little sus, like the whole
the Stefani arc was a little sus.
Absolutely. The debut of Stefani was like a little because I like that someone pointed out, because it went over my head when I first saw it, but then thinking back and rewatching the show, I was like, wait a minute.
Just didn't go over my head. I was like, that's questionable.
Oh no, you can't tell Panda numbers because she literally like erased it out of anger from her mind. What does it say?
Hold on. When season 5 started and Steven came back from being held prisoner by Aquamarine, and the first episode they do is him deciding to help Mare do it. Fucking live it. I live. I'm gonna lay on the floor because it could have been anything, but he decided to help Mare Dewey. It could have been like anything else. I am fucking livid. And that's why I'm like questioning everything that she says, that they say, oh, it's because they wouldn't let us. And that's why I'm like, she's lying, probably. She might be. I'm mad. I'm like legitimately upset.
The only like
I want my bunny to be big.
Because you know what it is too. I'm like thinking back on how what do you call it?
Shit.
She-Ra.
Or somebody can't.
No, I'm thinking on how She-Ra got like green lighted, and like trying to like wrap my head around how they actually got to do the end game of the spoilers, Ketra and Adora.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm here thinking the freaking violent filled, war filled, and like sci-fi violence filled show compared to Steven Universe. I mean, you could argue, it's because it's Netflix, or it's because it's not on Cartoon Network. Cartoon Network would have never greenlighted this show, and it's like, but they greenlighted Steven Universe, they greenlighted Adventure Time and all its fantasy violence and all this other stuff, and it's like, I don't know.
I'm like angry.
I'm just like trying to wrap my head up. Genuinely angry. Trying to wrap my head around it. There's like
I really don't think they were fighting that hard. And if they were fighting hard for like the wrong shit.
Oh, I love She-Ra. I absolutely adored She-Ra.
Oh, I love She-Ra. Like, She-Ra was like, delicious. It was a good show. It had a really good plot line. Chef's kiss. It was a good show. It had like a good storyline. I really liked it. And it took me a while to get around the animation because the raccoon eyes bothered me. But like after getting used to it, it's like, this is nice. I like it. Good show. Good characters. A lot of lovely characters. And a lot of like redemptions that are really nice too.
The plots were like really nice. They wrapped up neatly, and the plot and anything that was like that you think was like a little bit like, what's the word? Trivial, or something that was had to do with a side character or something within the cast, it actually helped to move the plot along, you know? Unlike fucking Steven Universe, where it's like, we're gonna do a whole entire 5-episode arc on this side character that lives in Beach City, and it's like, okay, great, but what does that have to do with the whole Homeworld versus Earth, the whole Crystal Gems versus Homeworld Gems dilemma? What does that have to do with anything?
And like, She-Ra was good. I fucking love She-Ra. And then that was like our joke though. Every time we were watching She-Ra, I was like, you know what? This is better than.
Literally any piece of media that we say, we're like, what's better than Steven Universe? You know what's better?
This show. Or if we watch something that's like a little bit bad, we go, oh, well, at least it's not Steven Universe.
Literally our joke. It's like, well, at least it's not this.
I wish I really wanted to like Steven Universe, and I did for like the first season. And then it became what it was, and I was like,
Everything after Jailbreak, I keep saying it, and I said it even after, like, they peaked at Jailbreak.
You to the barn. I'm gonna sentence you to the barn so you can become small and a gremlin. And forgotten by the writers until you're convenient.
It's like a Dr. Phil episode. We're gonna send you to the barn.
Send you to the barn.
It's a Saddleman's barn. No.
Who did I like from She-Ra? I liked
I like the whole ongoing will they won't they kind of deal too.
Oh, that's true. Scorpia was fun.
I love her so much.
I like Scorpia. And Trapta was also fun for me.
Oh, and Trapta was, oh my god,
she was my favorite. And Scorpia.
Put her in my pocket.
I put her in my pocket. She's adorable. And it's, I don't know, like livid. It's a lot of episodes that shouldn't have been.
Oh yeah, that too. I mean, I can understand why they had to simplify it, because like Rebecca Sugar was originally like, I guess she was an animator, but she also did comics. Mm-hmm. And she had a very detailed style, very wispy style, with like a lot of organic lines in her comics and stuff. And when her pilot debuted, I could see like how a lot of that was translated from her original style too. And I can see why it was a problem that they had to change the style. Like, that much I can understand. And I would have liked it too. I would have liked the original look of the pilot too, but knowing Cartoon Network and how they like to like shit things out like very fast, and of course it's an industry. Yeah. It's an industry. You have to do things on time. You have deadlines. I can see why they had to change the style. So
but I don't even then, like, even if like they had to change the style, but even with like semi complex styles, a lot of other shows were better.
Oh yeah.
And it's like, I really think it's because they spent so much of their money on big name actors for voices that they forgot about everything else.
That is another big point. Yes, that's another big point why you fucking...
And it's like, granted, you can maybe have one, but don't have 5.
Like the time they brought on Nicki Minaj to play Sugalite. And it's like, why in the fuck are you paying an A-lister to voice act your character, because we're never gonna see them again? And not to mention, they even made the joke too, that's like, they played her voice clip and they're like, oh, do we still have to pay her? We'll figure it out. It's like, I wonder
you do
why.
Have to.
Like, holy shit.
And it's like, you spent all your money on voice actors. That's not what you're supposed to do, dude.
Even Centaur World did like better with that too, because they got like They got like
So,
actual people from theater and musicals to play
oh,
the
they did.
parts.
And
See,
they did amazing.
yeah, and that's the only time it worked because they either had the budget for it or they like budget it well enough to account for that. So it's like,
Mhm.
hmm. It was like, oh, you know what we can cut here for Steven Universe? The fucking style. Let's do that because we gotta pay Estelle and we have to pay all these other, we have to pay Broadway musical stars to play our villains and stuff at the end of their seasons. And it's like, can you not?
Like, I wish they would have spent it on something else, like pay your writers or something.
Legit.
But what gets my goat is that, like, they...
Sorry.
Thank you for coming!
Thank you for coming! I think I'm gonna close the stream too, but...
Oh yeah, it's already 3.
Yeah, but keep going, go ahead.
But it's one of those, like, I wish they would spent it on something else other than getting A-list voice actors.
Yeah.
Like, they could have worked a little more on their story and made it a little more cohesive and a little more like fluid and stop backtracking.
Exactly, because like the story went nowhere. Literally, there was like stupid big dips. It's not even a dip, it's like a deep dive into limbo where the story went fucking nowhere. And you can just like go like 500% skip over these episodes. Like it's worse than a Naruto filler. Let's put it at that.
It's all filler.
And
the whole show's mostly filler.
It's so bad. It's so bad.
And I wish it didn't. I wish it wasn't like that, to be honest, because like it would have been a really good show if it got its shit together.
Legit.
And like, if you still like Steven Universe, I don't care. You can like it.
Shit, because like I'm still like wish-washy because like I enjoy the songs, I enjoy the visuals.
I'm not wish-washy. I totally hate it.
I hate everything else about it. But yeah.
I'm not wish-washy. I fucking hate it.
It's not that I'm wish-washy. It's just that I have nostalgia of what could have been, essentially.
I don't. I have better shows to fill that void with. And it's not Steven Universe.
But yeah, we'll stop here or else we'll talk ourselves in circles. But thank you all that you enjoyed the stream.
Thank you for coming. Thank you for enjoying this stream and listening to us rant and listening to me rage. Oh, I'm so livid. That's why we can't talk about Steven anymore. You can't talk about Bruno? No, you can't talk about Steven!
We don't talk about Steven.
No. You can't do that either.
Nyan.
Oh my god!
Okay.
Nah. I'm going to sleep. I'm gonna take a nap.
gonna take a rage nap. Gonna refill my...
I gotta lay down angrily and take a rage nap.
I'm gonna go take a whole ass meal dinner. I'm starving. But okay. See y'all Thursday.
See you Thursday.
We'll see what we're gonna do. Play some more
It's
Valheim.
Either Valheim. It's either Valheim or Rats.
Yeah, you brought up Rats, but we'll see.
We'll see.
Bye.
Alright, bye.
Bye.